Hello, everyone. Welcome to Combox, where the game lives on. I'm your host, Varun Alvakunda, and I'm joined by Shayan Ahmed Khan. And for the first time in the first innings in a while is Rob Barron.
Hello.
Rob, is this the first time we're seeing you during daylight in India?
Yeah, it's because I don't do my real job on a Saturday, so I can come and join at the start. Very exciting.
Yeah, so Rajasthan are bowling first, and they don't have Riyan Parag. He's clearly been kicked out because of all the vaping.
Does that mean Chahal can't play as well now for the rest of the competition? I didn't realise vaping was so
anyway,
over there.
do they, Rob? They've dropped 50% catches off him this year.
Yeah, more than 50.
Yeah, by your count, definitely.
I think him and
85.
Booth are the two unluckiest guys. Like Booth in the last game had 3 easy ones dropped off him, and that Chahal one was awful. But to be fair, Chahal does drop everything that's hit anywhere near him.
Yeah.
What's this about honey trapping?
Yeah, I think there's some news story that Vijay Tagore is covering on the Crickbuzz, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I've been up to speed with it, but yeah, I think the BCCI is being a bit strict and everything. I think maybe because they want to just be careful, I want to say.
Oh, is that a girlfriend's being banned thing?
Yeah, but I think it's probably bigger than that. I don't really know what's going on, but maybe they just want to, take precautions and everything.
So Rakshit is saying a girlfriend leaked players' info. Wild.
So we're saying girlfriends should be banned just in general. You want to concentrate, lads.
What else have we had? I think BCCI have told Arshdeep to stop vlogging because Chahal got caught vaping or something in his vlogs. So that was funny.
But again, there's some new update that's come on that as well. I think that he can make reels, but maybe from the official team page or something. It's all a mess for me. I really don't know. I don't think I should be saying anything. I don't have any knowledge of all this.
Yeah, this is fun.
So this is the most wickety first over bowler against the least wickety first over batsman. So what happens now?
Who's facing Sai or Gill?
Yeah.
Well, Gill thinks he's Suyvanshi now, doesn't he? He's been coming out
smacking it. I think his first 10 ball strike record was like 178 or something this season.
Yeah. He's shown some intent this season, certainly.
Also, like Sai's been very standard deviation-y this season, hasn't he? Which is very unlikely.
It doesn't help with betting when he either scores 9 or 89. I much preferred it when he got like 40 every single time. Because now you can't, like, when someone does that, when they're unders, overs, like I just have to leave it alone. Whereas when they're overs every single game, then none of the bookies notice. So you just hammer it every time and win every time. And that was great for 2 whole years. It was, I think it was last year, they were never 100 for 3 in the whole season, were they? It was like the worst they ever did was 2 down for 100. First ball, smacked.
4.
Oh, what a shot. Nice.
That's Sai to Jofra. Jofra does not look happy about that.
That's a really shit ball to start with.
It was like short and wide, and he just climbed in and took the 4.
Yeah. Gill versus Archer is interesting in the IPL, by the way. I know some of this is only up to 2020, and then we have 2025 where he also gets him out. But basically 16 runs of 19 balls and 3 dismissals. But 2 of them before till 2020. So, I mean, I don't know how much we can read into that since it's such an old sample size. But he did get him out earlier in the season when they met.
16 for 3 off 19. That feels like a harsh wide.
Oh, was that a wide? Oh, wow.
It is a wide.
Some players only got tiny arms, so maybe he didn't actually put them out. That's not a wide. Come on now.
Even I don't think that. It didn't look like a wide on the second.
Are Rajasthan wearing a different jersey today?
Yeah, it's pinker.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's for it's for a certain cause, is it not? What cause is it for?
I don't hate it.
Watch this ball. It's never wide.
How's that wide?
Just moved away.
So guys, this is like basically
3 or 4 inches inside.
This pink jersey is essentially, I think, It symbolizes empowerment, opportunity, and community-driven change. Yeah, nice.
So work
Well,
nonsense.
As long as it symbolises empowerment, then I'm all for it. But I do like the. I mean, again, none of the IPL jerseys fit me, but if it fit me, I would wear that pink one out in town.
No, it looks pretty as well. Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely, I'd 100% wear that. Come on, Joff. They should have reviewed that. Like Joffrey must have known. The keeper must have known.
Yeah,
That's not.
That did not look wide in the slightest.
What other matchups have we got here? Washington can't face Bishnoi. That's quite a good one. But that's probably not going to happen today, is it?
It can.
Shot for
Misfield.
1 or 2.
1-1.
So 1 terrible umpiring decision so far and 1 misfield, and we have had 4 legal balls. No, 3 legal balls.
Yeah, so I think what Joffrey's trying to do,
Oh,
Sai
no.
has been.
Not really.
Oh my god.
But a wide,
Fucks.
a no ball,
That's a massive no
bad
ball.
ball, a misfield. That is the biggest no ball he's ever bowled.
Jesus.
He's miles over there.
Yeah.
Neil Muhammad Ahmed, that one.
Where is Sunny Shion comes when you need him? You'd be really annoyed.
Miles over.
Really annoyed.
Yeah, so I think what Joff was trying to do there was Sai this season has gotten up to the top of off wide outside off balls, and he's trying to build that. I think he's missed his line completely.
This is what you want for your first ball, isn't it? Free hit.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Especially when you're batting with good intent as well.
Oh,
Why?
oh
5
my
wide.
God.
Wide. 5 wides. Oh.
So this is the over that never ever ends. There's already been 12, and we've only had 2 balls. Swinging away. It felt like that hit something on the way through, leg or back pocket or something.
I swung miles though.
Yeah.
It's just too late, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Joff. So another free hit. Yeah, it didn't hit anything. That was like boomerang after it went past the stumps. No fault of Jarrell's that's gone to the boundary. Okay, Joff.
You know, it's clearly no fault of Jarrell if Rob is being generous.
Exactly. That is exactly what I thought.
Come on, Joff. Oh,
And that's another white.
Deary me. What was his name? Boswell, the guy that bowled the never-ending over.
Scott
Like
Boswell.
16 wides. This is someone. Is it Boswell, Jared? It's the guy that
Boswell.
Scott Boswell. Yeah, it's Joffrey Boswell now.
He's had swing and seam, by the way, this over.
Yeah, none of it towards the batter.
Nope.
My memory was that he wasn't like a fully professional bowler, though, was he?
I don't know. I just remember the over.
This
is just as bad. So Jared has joined us 15 minutes into the game, and we have had 2 balls.
Hey, I was going to make sure I didn't miss the first over, and I think I've done that.
You haven't.
By the way,
missed
lads, let's not forget. It's been about 5 wides, but we still have a free hit on this ball.
Yes.
So we're 14 for none off 2 now. So Joffrey is now going at 7 a ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he's bowled a dot.
And we've had a misfield.
And a misfield, yeah. It's all happening. Come on, Joff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good ball. Finally.
Oh, that's a good ball.
That's a good free hit ball there.
I don't really like that shot from Gill off a free hit. I want to see the bat swinging. I don't want to see it just angled.
It's possible he just forgot it was a free hit, Rob.
That's true. He's kind of tried to punt that, isn't he? Yeah,
Yes.
maybe he did. Because that's not an aggressive shot. He just sort of...
2 runs off the free hit, guys. That's a win for Jofra
Isn't it 7?
and Rajasthan.
Or is it 8?
No, of the free hit. Of the free hit, right? Was the
Yeah,
free-
because
was-
because we had a no ball. We had 5 wides,
yeah,
wide,
I'm so
wide.
sorry. No,
Is
no,
that
my bad.
so?
my
That
bad.
means
Yeah,
7,
yeah.
right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. 7. I have completely forgot the 5 whites.
Right. We'll do that. We'll do it after this ball. What's happening here? And that
It's
single.
rubbish from Joffrey.
I think that's the first normal ball of this over.
I mean, he has been on the money the first few balls of each over this season, and then occasionally he gets like hit away for a really, really lucky 6 when the batsman's not looking at the ball. But he's just been all over the shop this over. Jared, what was the funniest thing that happened to you today? It's got to be something other than the wafts of hair that you've got across your eyes.
Oh, good
leading
luck.
edge. It just goes over the top. For us, what's the funniest?
Why
thing
did he
that
run
happened to
so
me?
weirdly there?
I mean, that's a good bat if it's going over the ring fielders
Yeah.
off the
Right,
leading edge.
What was
And speed.
What's your funniest thing today, Rob?
I mean, I slightly fell over in the gym. And there was like people either side of me, but not the full fallout. And then I styled it out and put my hood over my face so that I couldn't see anybody's reaction. This has been it wasn't a leading question. I didn't have anything. He nearly bowled another no ball there, Joffrey, that they're just showing. Right, last ball of the over, maybe.
Smash that straight to cover. Yesterday, Rob, I had the first animal second animal brought into the house by our cats.
Which animal?
We had a live bird brought in.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Not, of all the animals, not really what you want. If they're going to bring in a bird, you want it to be dead.
I don't know. We've had the cat bring in live, because cats are sadistic bastards, right? They like to torture their prey. It's all about playing with it, and they don't catch things to kill them. They catch them to torture them, right? They're horrible.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But a bird. So she's brought in a bird and a frog, right? Mouse, rat. I could probably catch them fairly easily. Frogs are not easy to catch because of the unpredictability of the jumping.
I'd rather catch a frog than a mouse all day long.
Oh, I've never had any problems with mice. I've caught a few of them after cats have brought them in. But bird is the worst because of the flying, right?
Yeah.
It brings in a whole nother element. It's an extra dimension.
It's more fun though.
Wait, these animals are alive. I thought the cat killed them and then brought them in. Oh, that's much worse. Yeah.
The one that took me the longest that the cat brought in was the shrew. So shrews are very fast and they move like really suddenly. And so the one that the cat brought in ran into the, like the under the stairs massive bit, which is full of like old ball games and jackets.
Hey
So
guys, did we miss something at the end of that over?
Why?
There was an overthrow.
It hasn't finished yet. Oh, there's another run. Oh, yeah.
I think there was a no ball which wasn't called as well, by the way.
No, there's a overthrow. They just showed it on the other telly.
No. I mean, the ball before that, I think there was a no ball which wasn't called.
Oh, so we've missed a no ball and an overthrow. You could write an essay on the first over there.
So the last ball, as we said before, it was hit straight to cover, and cover just threw the ball back without looking at the wicketkeeper, and the wicketkeeper wasn't ready, and the ball just went through, and they ran a run. Because I don't know if you saw this on the boundary, Kumar Sangakkara was trying to settle Jofra down, and Jofra was absolutely ticking.
I wouldn't want to be on the end of his next over. I think he'll demand the ball here.
Prabhanshu has asking the important questions. Fuck, marry, kill Jared, Kevin Peterson, and Rakeem Cornwall.
Well, I'm not going to the funeral, but see you later, Kevin. Who would I write? Yeah, the other one's really difficult. I would. The thing is, I would really like to be married to Rakeem Cornwall, but that leaves me with something that I don't really want to do.
Again,
it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't know. That's tough. It's a good question. Thank you for sending it in.
I didn't know if I heard an answer there.
If me and you were married, Jared, that would cause problems, wouldn't it?
probably not a household anyone needs to be involved in.
Yeah. Okay, I'm marrying the big man.
Mhm.
And
Hey, guess what? Another wide.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There he is.
look how happy he is that he's married to me.
He had a big game the other day, didn't he? In a first-class game?
Did he? I've not seen him play cricket for ages. I would have watched it if I'd have known he was playing.
Leeward Islands, didn't he play for them the other day? Let's have a look. Yeah, did he help them draw the game or something? Yeah. I knew it was something like that. Made 66 not out during the game.
Oh wow, Joshua De Silva got a double ton in that game.
Oh, nice.
Can I just say, not a
That's
bad
another
number
four.
9. Raheem Cornwall, as this one is played away for 4 to backward point. Yeah. Raheem Cornwall coming in at number 9 makes 66 with Jamar Hamilton.
Hang on, there's some good names here, everybody. Cameron Pennyfeather played in this game.
Ah.
That's Cameron Pennyfeather.
He also used to work for Bond.
Very minor role though, Pennyfeather. What's the other one called? Moneypenny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pennyfeather was the original draft, and they're like, that's actually too silly even for England.
Yeah, going back to the shrew, right? I took everything, every board game, every jacket, everything out of that bloody cupboard under the stairs and went into the cupboard. It took me about half an hour, then went into the cupboard with the shrew. And it still took me like 10 or 15 minutes to catch the bloody thing. They're really fast.
Would you say it took you a long time to tame that shrew?
Yes, it was the taming of the shrew. That was what I was telling people. No one liked it. I was telling people that all day.
I've
Nobody
lost
liked it.
the kids have taken all my
There you
all
go.
those away from my desk. I don't even know where they are.
I'm surprised that it's a 50-50 game because this is an extremely good start for the bowling team. No, it isn't. It's genuinely evens this game, and they've got 26 off 12. I didn't have much between these two before the game. Did you?
No.
No. This was a big game in the context of the league, isn't it? Because like
Yeah, it is.
one of them will be going to the top 4 over the other one.
Yeah.
So Andy has a super chat for us. 5 unheralded players who wowed you this season.
The Prince.
He does play last year as well, though. But yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
well,
barely though.
not that much because I dropped him.
Yeah.
I'm still going to say Suryavanshi again.
I think it says unheralded. I think it's fair to say this year he was unheralded. I don't remember coming in, everyone going, do you know Prince Yadav's going to be the best bowler this year?
Yes, that is
true.
Cambodge.
Yeah.
He's not wowed me though. I think he's
Wowed me.
He's been
He's
good.
been really good.
Yeah,
No, I
fair.
think I'll agree with Rob as well. Yeah.
Ravi Bishnoi. Try to think who else.
Mukul Chaudhary briefly, but he didn't get much of a go.
Yeah.
Prince Yadav last year, Shayan,
Yeah.
3
Went
wickets.
at almost 10. I know
3
Jared, I
wickets
know.
At an average of
I know he went
75.
at 9.85.
I'm pretty sure he's unheralded this year, is all I'm saying.
9.85 economy. I know, Jared. Just stop going after me.
No,
for
I didn't think it
one-
was that bad that last year. That's why I looked at it.
No, I think 10 and over is fine for a death bowler in this era.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
I
is.
mean, average of 75, less so.
Yeah, but who cares about wickets at the death?
Rickleton.
Oh, Karthik Tyagi is a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen of him, yeah.
Rickleton's been amazing.
I think I expected him to be good though after the World Cup.
Yeah,
He's getting better all the time, but I have not expected him
Sakib
to
was
be
there.
gunning sixes with the regularity that he has.
Also, he was dropped in the middle of this year. I think, again, I think he has to be, at least be fringe unheralded.
He's got 21 sixes in his last 3 games. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Stop bowling wides, everyone.
Oh my god. I think I was expecting Rick to hit sixes versus spinners, but like he's been good all round in general this season.
He's just been coming out gunning it, hasn't he?
Yeah.
These are the names
To
I
be fair,
have.
he was a starter for them, no? Last season, he plays the entire season last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't
He's
that good?
very
But he
role
does
player
work.
last season. Yeah.
Yeah. Both him and Rohit, in fact.
My notes
400 odd
say,
runs.
my notes say Prince Yadav, Cambodge, Anakul Roy, and I've got Moshin Khan and Sakib Hassan in there as well.
Mohsin
Can
does
we
have
say
a big year in
Priyansh Arya?
2022.
Can you say Priyansh Arya for this?
No,
Or no?
you said it twice and you're not allowed to say it either time.
Oh,
He was
sorry.
he was really good last season.
Yeah, but
Yes,
he's
that's what.
yeah, but like I don't think any of us were expecting him to do this.
That's fair. That's fair. But
I
an
know.
unheralded means like you've basically sort of never seen this player before, and now you're
Oh,
seeing them
okay,
perform at an unbelievable
I don't think that's what
level,
it
right?
means. I don't think that's what unheralded means.
No, unheralded
obviously
is like not. No one's given it the big one about
Yeah.
them.
No one came into this
So-
season saying
Hold up,
Prince
someone or
Yadav's
something.
going to have a great year, right? Like
Wait.
we all thought he would play and he might be okay. I thought he was okay
Mhm.
times last year, even when he struggled with his numbers. So it's really someone who's not celebrated or known for their achievements.
Yeah.
He says, reading from Google.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Ishan Malinga then.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Ishan Malinga,
he would be
yeah,
another
yeah.
one.
Good shout.
He would be there.
Very good shout. Yeah.
By the way, Sadhasan got bored of every ball being a wide, so one that was definitely miles wide, he just chased and pushed it to the boundary. Then
It's the only way to play.
Somehow only 18 or
This is an
14.
appalling
that's allowed.
effort from the team in bright pink.
What were they? They were 14 after 2 balls, and they're only 31 and 2.4.
Here we go. Now we're talking. So just the 10 wide so far, and one no ball and another no ball that didn't count.
Shahan, I think Gill might be off strike too long again. Our favorite thing.
Yeah. That is true.
Smack.
And 6.
No,
away,
it's a good
Sai.
shot.
That's a good shot. That's a really good hit.
It's Bridges has landed one exactly where Sai wants it. It's kind of the leg stump half volley, isn't it? But he's put that away
Yeah.
really well.
I think the important thing is you hit it for 6. Was it the backhand slow ball?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a slow ball.
That's a good
Back
shot.
of the hand.
He
I
waited.
think they're
didn't he?
very lucky. These two are very kind and respectful.
Who are? That's not the Combox motto, is it?
No, I mean, I talk about Gill and Sai, because if they were bowling this to like Priyanchari and Prab Simran, they might have made 80 by now.
I don't know. They might be out because they'd be bored.
Yeah, also there.
Yeah, they've only got 37 off these 3 overs with the 10 extras. And
Yeah, they were-
9 free hits. It feels like they should have a lot more.
What were they? 14 off 2 balls, which is crazy.
That might be the highest ever IPL, 14 off 2. It probably isn't. Can anyone find that out? I don't think I could find that out quickly.
God, can I find that out quickly?
Oh, wait. Is stream 1 going down, guys?
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah, it's prayer time, I think. That's why the streams disappear, because of prayers. So they show a picture of a mosque instead.
It's
That's
nice,
a lot
though,
of
because you
praise.
get a change in the ads.
That's the-
And you and Bayram notice the ads. My brain just will not register adverts at all.
To be fair,
I think
Bayram
it's 'cause
seems to have
you've
more
been-
notes on the ads than anything else.
Yeah, he much prefers the ads to the cricket.
To be fair,
Or
Rob, I think
shot.
you also look
shot.
at. You've been also using the stream longer than us, so you probably just tune it out.
Yeah, I've said this before, but there was one IPL that mentally scarred me because of an auto glass repair, auto glass replace advert that happened at the end of every over, and I wanted to kill myself. So then I've never watched an advert since. That's a really, really good shot from Gill.
Yeah. Especially because he hasn't really started his innings yet.
No, he's high intent man now, isn't he? Early doors.
Yeah.
This feels a bit like wheels off for Rajasthan. Like their season does this a lot, doesn't it, in IPL history? Like they win a load of games early in a row, and you're like, oh, this team are dangerous. But then you remember that they're doing it all with 2 or sometimes 3 bats, and they don't really know what to do if that doesn't go right. And this has all the hallmarks of a disaster, this game already, and they've only bowled 3 and a bit overs.
Yeah, but I just think, you know, at the start of the season, everyone was very excited. And obviously, most people picked them to come last or second last coming into this year, right? Like that was their overarching ratings. And then they came in with 6 key players in incredible form. And since then, they haven't had that. And you can't You know, that's the difference between being a really good. Look at KKR. KKR only need 3 players in form to be half decent at the moment, right?
They've reviewed this LBW that's going miles down leg.
Cool. Good for them.
So I used to play cricket at Europa Point, which is the very last piece of land in Europe. You can see Morocco from Europa Point. And there's a mosque at Europa Point. And during the games were invariably played in like 36 degree temperatures. Only bowl on one end because of the sun was too ridiculous. Actually, this is close to before, but I think it might have pitched outside leg. And when it's prayer time, the singing from the mosque is deafeningly loud. So like no one could hear anybody on the cricket field, and it goes on for like 10 minutes. It's proper sing song. And if you go to your stream one and turn the volume up, you will hear what I mean.
Oh, it's that. Oh, I didn't realize. I don't think I've had the sound on once, actually. I hadn't even thought about that.
I now think this is quite close, but
outside.
Pitched outside leg. Isn't it?
Yes.
It has to have pitched a mile outside leg.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
It absolutely cannot be out.
So they had a review earlier where the first wide that was given was nowhere near a wide, Jared, before you got here. Nowhere near a wide, and Rajasthan didn't bother reviewing that. So they've now burnt a review on a non-LBW.
Yeah, it was always a chance of hitting the stumps, and it hit the inside of the pad, and that's why they went for the review. But I don't think they ever thought to themselves, but how could it have possibly pitched on the line of the stumps?
So Sai Surya saying SRH NBA's GSW revolution consistent high scoring.
Did he
What's
just headbutt
GSW?
the keyboard and then write revolutionise?
Sunrises are the Sunrises the NBA's Golden State Warriors? Well, technically that would be the IPL's Golden State Warriors. I think is what it meant. Revolutionize consistent high scoring. Not really. I mean, what changed is the impact sub, right?
Hang on, Punjab started that.
Yeah, I would also. That was going to be my next point. Was I would probably give it to Punjab.
Yeah,
They just weren't very good at it.
Yeah, because we were looking at this, right, Jared? Smat has run scoring went up, but even after they removed the impact sub, right?
Yeah. So the impact sub is where the jump is, right?
Yeah.
But it stays up after.
Yeah. So I think I was speaking to Himanish about this. He was saying it unlocked them and the batters started hitting it because of it. But then they realized they're just so good, so they kept hitting it.
Which is
Right,
why
that's
the
what's
Indian team keep doing it, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Six
been a
from
weird innings from him.
I just want to show you guys something. So I'm just going to take the scorecard down for 1 second and show you. This is something that Juicy Fruit Varun made earlier.
We were talking about this earlier. I love it.
This is down leg side, and it's clipped up and over fine leg for another boundary. Okay, so on the left, everyone, is where people used to bowl, seamers used to bowl at the death to right-handers. Or is this mirrored as well, Varun?
Yeah.
This is mirrored. So this is left and right-handers combined, right? So you can see here that the vast majority of balls were still where you would, this is 2015 to 2018. The vast majority of balls were still either in the corridor just outside off stump or straight Yorkers, right? And what we are seeing now is this big change where we've got this whole new section coming in wide of off stump on the right-hand one, which is all of our wide Yorkers, right? And almost all of that has come from the length balls. Yeah.
Yeah, we also see some bounces, Jared. If you look at right at the top, there's some yellow areas.
I was going to get there, but thank you. Jesus Christ. He makes one good graphic after I broke his arm to make this graphic.
You did.
And then you can see there's two things. As Varun has just said, there's a lot more bounces, right? And then have a look at this bit, Rob. There's more balls down the leg side as well. Because we couldn't work that out. When Varun gave it to me originally, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But if you think about it, if all the batters are moving across the stumps, as this is hit for another 4. Gill gets a couple there. Archer's just going for mad runs. So you could what has happened is we used to aim the ball basically in 2 key positions, top of off stump or bottom of a middle stump, right? And now we have wide Yorkers, we have a lot more bounces, we have normal Yorkers, and we have following the batters as they go down the leg side. So it's really fascinating to see that the sort of the stretching out. And the reason I show this is after the last thing that we were just talking about is when we were talking about the Sunrises and Golden State Warrior. The reason we came up with this graphic is because I sent he goes for a big swipe at this one and misses. The reason I actually sent Varun a thing on basketball where we can really understand where the points are coming from and where people are taking every shot from. And that's what we were trying to show how much this has changed. This is a completely different shape than what we had a few years ago. So there you go. Anyway,
I absolutely love that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Great
Varun,
job, Varun.
can we have something like this for the power play as well? Like that would be interesting to see if there's any change in that.
Also, could we have it for every single bowler we like? And could we just say it to you randomly and you just do it all day?
Can you make one of those about our lives, like our day-to-day life?
Oh, up and over, long off.
What a
and that's
shot
going to
that
be
is.
6. Lovely
6, yeah.
timing. He just length on that, really, didn't he? Yep.
There's
Joffre
a
sad
live
face.
Jofra face. He has a great sad face, Jofra. He's like, stop whacking me for 4 and 6 every ball. So he's bowled 9 balls now, Jofra, that have gone for 28 runs, and they missed a no ball on one of them.
So,
What
to
a
be
beautiful
fair,
shot that
they
is,
did
by the
actually
way.
give away a run as well.
This is wheels off stuff, this.
Varun Picasso, Varun Van Gogh. The important thing is, isn't Picasso like a terrible human being? And didn't Van Gogh send a piece of his ear to someone? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Who
that
do you
sounds
wanna be,
about right.
Varun?
Right.
Which one?
If
Bit
you
of both?
had to, if you had to chop your own ear off, how are you preparing? And what's your method?
I'm watching Reservoir
Ooh.
Dogs.
You're
good
watching
one.
that first, really? Like the petrol bit goes through me in that.
I mean, you
Cheyenne?
have to be drunk, don't you, Rob?
Well, I have to be drunk anyway to talk to you lot. But
Yeah.
Cheyenne, come on. He hates these questions.
He does.
Shot. 4
Let's
more
be
straight
good.
down the ground.
Just because I don't know if you know, Cheyenne's already cut his ears off. So
Yeah, I think alcohol has to play quite a substantial part if you're going to chop your own ear off.
I also want the right song.
What song is it?
I know it's not like the last thing I'll ever see, but last thing I'll ever hear. But you know, like, well,
Oops. Sorry, I just wanted to show the power play. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, the power play, not much has changed, I think. So this is the 2015 to 2018, and this is the latest one. So not much
just
has
go back
changed really.
again
All right.
and come forward.
It's the same
Looks like
thing.
there's more concentration around the top of off stump even than before. But
But there's
other
not
than that,
much in that, is there?
basically the same, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not much in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I do think teams might start doing like all these wide lines defensive tactics even in the power play. If
Yeah, it might
They're
happen
going to score
eventually.
80 and 90. I think that is also going to happen eventually.
It's a shame we didn't have this graphic for when Neil Wagner was playing. Every other bowler's top of all these.
I'm now really trying to think about how you could make that graphic about like Jared's life, for example, like what he gets up to, where the colour would be, like the press up distribution of your average day.
Catching birds that are not dead.
Yeah,
Having the same breakfast every day. Oh, he's got away with this one, Gill. He gives himself some room. It's a great Yorker from Brajesh. He somehow gets it down to third man for 4.
He's on 26 of 12.
I mean, I don't know how that's 4 there. Is he trying to play that for 4 on the leg side?
I think Brajesh might agree with you there.
Oh, that's lucky.
That's very nearly bowled him. That's the 70 up after 31 balls.
So Andy's asking us, what have you guys made of Nehra as a coach? As much as I want the unethical brand of cricket to fail, is there merit to the approach long term?
I mean, they've kind of already changed their plan, haven't they? Like Sudarshan and Gill have upped their speed. So they're not playing the same way they did before.
No, we were saying this earlier, right? That Sudarshan used to be the most dependable man.
Yeah.
And now he's high volatility, right? He's naught or loads. Oh, well, like 9 or loads. And Gill's never played like this in any IPL before. but they've seen somebody at Gujarat has seen what's
Four.
been happening to everyone as we see another surgical fort. That everyone's bombing the power play, so they better join in, or they're going to lose loads. So at least they've started now. It's a lovely shot, that.
I think it might also to do with the number 4 to 7 slot, which they kind of don't always take that seriously, I want to say. Because
I think they forfeited is the word you're looking for.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have any players there.
Yes. So
How does
let's say
Tuati play every game?
Washia still had like a decent year at 4, I think. So it's more the number 5, 6, 7 spots, right? Which is a bit weird compared to the other teams. So I think it's more about that brand of cricket, that they're still very top heavy, even with the high like the increased intent and everything.
Shahan, I can give you a great Washi fact if you want that I got from Varun today that he might not even know, but he was the one who gave it to me.
Okay.
He bowls the second fewest wides in the IPL.
Oh yeah, I did
Whoa.
remember seeing that. Yes.
Nice.
Was it Munaf Patel that was the least? I'm trying to remember who was least. Yeah, Munaf Patel was least.
balls per wide.
Washi. And then there was a bunch of like sort of part-time spinners until we got to Rashid Khan, I want to say.
Yeah, and Bumrah's quite good as well at not bowling wides. Yeah.
Who bowls the most wides per delivery in the or the most deliveries, the fewest deliveries per wide?
Patharana.
We had Stark. I think.
No,
Yeah,
it was
Pati, I
Stark.
think he just missed the sample size. Yeah.
Oh,
We had minimum 1,000 balls.
Arsteve might have joined in by now.
Arsteve was at the
yes.
top as well, yeah, but not quite.
Um,
Stark bowls a wide every 2 overs.
Yeah.
it's pretty good. Is he top?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but as Varun said, Patharana wasn't quite there on our
What-
cutoff.
Okay.
So Stark and Deshpande are 1 and 2.
Yeah, Deshpande, yeah.
that adds up.
Tuatia has 78 runs in 8 innings, 10 matches, at a strike rate of 120.
I
And
think
he's hit
30
one-
of them.
He's hit
I think
1-6.
30 were
I've
1-6.
hit more than 1-6 in
Oh
the
my
IPL.
god.
He's hit 1-6. His job is to bang, right? Come in and bang it.
Mhm.
And he's scoring at strike rate 120 and averaging, well, his average doesn't matter because he's never out, but he's faced 65 balls for 78 runs and he's hit 1-6 in 65 balls. What the hell is he doing in the team? Doesn't field.
Vibes.
Well,
if they need his leg spin.
He has got some pictures of Ashish Nehra that in extremely compromising.
I actually do like the fact that,
Yeah,
like,
but would Nehra care though, Rob?
Hey?
Would he care though? That's my question.
I don't know the answer to that question.
does he still use a flip phone?
No, I think at some point he said he switched, and he very recently had learned how to use WhatsApp in an interview with Gaurav Kapoor, I think.
'82 is quite a lot of runs in the power play. That's the second most they've conceded this season.
I have no
They've
idea
not
what
been
this is.
running well the last few games, though. Okay, what the hell does that question mean?
Robert Jarrett built democracy based on English Lords. Very touching. 90% people voting, and you
Ria.
all are at
Oh, is this a politics question?
people not interested or don't care. I think it's quite common for people to vote at about 55%, isn't it? America's around the same. I don't understand why you would ever have voluntary voting. I come from a country where everyone has to vote, and I think everyone has to vote. And on top of that, there's always a barbecue at every voting booth in Australia. So
Oh, well, there you
See, that
go.
is
Then
quite
you're gonna
smart,
get a high
yeah.
turnout.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, make people vote, but allow them cheap barbecued goods, and suddenly everyone's interested. Do you know what it's called, Rob?
Let me think. It's like Barbie ballot or something. BBBBQ.
Oh, I like where you're going. It's actually got its own. It's actually got its own Wikipedia page. It is called Democracy Sausage.
Oh my god.
Now that is a great name for a band. That
I'm
is a
just saying.
brilliant band name.
Do the different political parties have their own barbecue stations, Jared?
No, so I can't remember how it's done now, but I think in the old days, every charity has to list them, or charity or non-profit organization will say we're available to do it, and then you all get allocated different voting booths. It's a bit different than England. Obviously, I haven't voted in India, but in England, you have lots of small voting places, right?
Yeah.
Australia, you kind of have bigger ones. So my dad used to run a polling booth, and they would have had about 25 employees at that polling booth. and then they would have a big ass barbecue out the front, and yeah, democracy sausage.
I've only ever voted once, and that was because
Wait, what?
yeah, I'll tell you why I did as well.
Probably for the best.
The reason why I did is because it was when I just turned 18 that the vote happened, and all my friends care about politics, and I couldn't give a flying whatever, right? I really couldn't care less. And none of them were allowed to vote because they hadn't turned 18 yet. So I voted for the one that annoyed them the most. I can't remember who it was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've never had any inclination to find out. I don't know what any of the teams do or what they mean. I don't know. Like the red one, the blue one, the green one. I don't understand it. So I can pretty much guarantee that I don't agree with any of their policies.
Yeah, I just vote for what my parents vote for. I'm too lazy to think for myself.
I would just assume that in Rob's case, that the idea of a political party based on Rob might be the end of democracy and sausages.
It wouldn't be the end of sausages if I was in charge, I'll tell you that much. But democracy's bollocks. But they all are. All of the ideas are bollocks.
See, the issue with
Democracy
this is,
manifest.
if this happened in the UK, people would
I've
just be
got
getting
3
drunk.
T-shirts with him on, by the way, with Democracy Manifest Man. What's his name? Emil!
A succulent Chinese meal. Yeah, samurai. It should be a federal holiday in the US. Yeah. I mean, that was the problem. So when was it? When were the elections here? Were they Thursday here? And I just had a busy day. And then my wife said, when did you vote? And I went, oh, shit. So it wasn't even that I wasn't going to vote. I just forgot. Whereas if it was a holiday or a weekend, I would have just strolled down.
The issue is if you do that in England, I think everyone will just be drunk.
Everyone's drunk most days in England. What's the difference?
Exactly,
Yes.
yeah.
Actually, alcohol consumption's gone down quite a bit in the UK, hasn't it?
I think because it's fucking expensive.
It's
That's why.
because the young people are wimps, that's why.
It's
They
so
don't-
expensive, though, Rob. That's what
I
one thing I can't
going out and
understand.
getting belted is the only thing you should be doing with your time, and I've never understood that. That's why I'm
Why
so
would you spend
disconnected.
like £8 on a pint or something like that? It's ridiculous.
There's many ways round that, Varun. You're not thinking creatively enough if you think you have to spend £8 for a pint. Happy hour, my friend.
I love the
No.
idea of Varun meeting Rob and it being the last time we see Varun.
I mean,
I
20
don't-
years ago. 20 years ago.
I don't
Varun-
mean put him in a sex dungeon.
No, we're not doing that again. Once bitten and all that.
Oh,
wait,
he
is he
gets a
out?
top
No, he's
edge.
not.
Little paddle around the corner here for 4.
Well, how many
Cheeky
runs are
finger.
they going to score here? What? Bloody hell.
Is this Yash Raj? When was his last game?
I think he played recently, right?
He missed one and came back. I'm just trying to remember if he's playing in all of them.
Yeah.
He played Punjab, I want to say, and had a decent game, I think.
Yeah, I thought he
Feels
was good.
great.
He played against KKR and Punjab, and he was 2 for 41 against
KKR was
Punjab,
his debut.
1 for 25
Yeah.
against KKR, right?
Yeah,
So
2 for 41 versus Punjab. Yeah. Good stuff.
That's all right. He was the best bowler, wasn't he?
Mm.
Or Jadeja didn't go for many runs, but he was the only one that got 2 wickets.
Correct.
So the run line is 2-3-3 now.
How
So
many
Gandit is
balls
saying-
did- Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
How many balls did Jofra bowl in the first over? Actual deliveries.
Actual legal or actual?
Actual.
I think 11.
Oh, I thought it was 13.
It was 11,
11.
but 1 no ball was missed.
Yeah. So Gandit is saying I would vote more if Boots had some rum. Yeah. I think that's fair.
I don't think there's a way that I would vote more. There'd have to be a party that turned up that like said stuff that I agreed with, but I would never listen to any of them, so I would never know what they said.
For me, it's about convenience and laziness. If you can make it really easy for me, I wouldn't mind.
That's Varun in general, not just in...
Yeah. There's a that's why I'm on
voting.
postal vote. I do postal votes, and even for the postal vote, I just gave it to my parents to give it when they go into to vote. So, I'm like, I don't care. So Donald J. Trump is saying, agree with Rob. We shouldn't have elections at all.
Well, listen, Donald, like you're definitely no good at your job. I don't quite understand how somebody who's just rich is allowed to play at that, play that game at all. Particularly with past of like a really felonious past is just allowed to have the best job. I don't get that at all.
Oh, drop catch.
Here we go. First one, 7.1. It's taken longer than usual.
Jadeja bowls a wide one here, and Gill gets it sort of off the end of the bat a little bit. Hit it okay. But it was a big dive from Jaiswal at cover. You got a whole hand on it, I think. Yeah, enough.
Oof.
That would have been a really good picture for
If
his
he'd
wall
taken
if
it.
he caught that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's hyperextended, isn't he? He's fully.
Can you
Superman.
just Photoshop the ball into his hand for him?
Okay. No, I can't. I don't know how to use Photoshop. I wish I did.
Did he flick his heels up at the back end? So I.
Let's
he
see.
did.
We'll see
yeah.
from this angle, won't we?
A little bit. Not
yeah,
fully.
not quite.
I played in a game with Ian O'Brien for a friend of ours. It was his 40th birthday. And we played in the game, and I was at short cover, and I took a diving catch like that, and the team went wild. And Ian came over to me and went, "You raised your heels. It doesn't count."
Why doesn't it count? You should.
I was like, it was a full diving catch, man. I'm an old man. I haven't taken a catch like that in about 7 years. And he went, "You raised your heels."
But it looks better when you raise your heels.
I didn't even know I'd raised my heels, Rob. Do you know what I knew? Somehow I didn't die taking a diving catch. That's what I knew. Fucking Kiwis. They're all arseholes, as we all know.
Yeah. So Narayanan is asking us, do fights like what happened in Real Madrid do in cricket dressing rooms any from history?
Oh, what happened with Real Madrid?
No idea.
Cheyenne?
No, I don't think I've kept up to speed with what's up.
I bet.
Recently.
I bet.
I
Vinny
do know they
Green was part
were
of it.
knocked out in the UCL, but I don't know what else is going on.
Hang on, no one noticed there that we had 3 overs in a row that went for exactly 15 runs.
The 6 runs from Jadeja's over.
My God, Jadeja has just rolled back to like IPL 2009 with that over. Just everyone getting a single every ball off him, no matter what
Just a
happened.
gentle nudge off his legs.
Okay, there was 2 players fought, and 1 player had to be taken to hospital with a head injury.
Really?
I can't think of that. I mean, obviously, Google Simon Kadich and Michael Clark.
Yeah.
A lot of hazing in cricket.
Wasn't
So
that a team song thing, Jared? The Michael Clark disrespected the team song or wanted to go out with some model instead of joining in the team song?
I actually think it was Kerry Packer's son or one of the Murdochs had a boat, and they'd invited the Australian team to party on the yacht, and he was trying to get the team out the door, and half the team wanted to go and half the team didn't want to go, and Kadich was one of the ones who didn't.
Oh, cheeky.
Right. Okay.
And then so the Kadich one I know off the top of my head would be famous. Obviously, there's the Ian Chappell being punched by Dennis Lilly story, which they both tell fondly now. I'm trying to think of some others.
There's not been really good blow-ups in cricket, has there? Not really.
There's been a lot of fights, a lot of arguments. I've been at training before where things have happened, and like the bowler and the batter have had to be separated before and things like that. But I'm not sure I've ever seen like a full-on punch-up.
Didn't Inzamam go into the crowd and start throwing haymakers once?
Inzamam did attack someone in the crowd because they were calling him Alu. What does Alu mean?
Potato?
Rob?
Potato.
Yes.
Potato. Yeah.
As if I don't know that. I was called Inza Rob all fat for about 10 years by my friends.
I'm trying to think of some other ones that we know of that have been quite full-on. Oh, Jimmy Adams and being stabbed on the plane.
Vermeulen used to, didn't he attack somebody with like a boundary marker?
Yeah, I mean, I think Mark Vermeulen was probably beyond normal cricket issues at that stage, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Like he tried to burn down a grandstand and then attack some people. There's got to be some others though. I think usually it's just little stuff. It's more like maybe less what this Real Madrid one sounds like. That sounds like quite a full-on one. But I don't know. Someone mentioned Golden State Warriors before. The sort of Draymond Green. Oh, Darren Goff laid out Graham Swan, right?
Yeah, and quite right too. It was in a urinal, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's one. Everyone's saying Harbhajan Srisanth. If you go back and have a look at Harbhajan Srisanth, that doesn't even count. He barely, I'm not being funny. He barely touched him. I've seen the video. Like, that is nothing. I would say I've seen 35. I've seen about 35 ones closer than that.
But Jared, that's anyway not the same team, right? Those are opposition teams.
Yeah, they were opposition. Good point.
Yeah.
Praveen Kumar headbutted an umpire, didn't he?
Did he? Did he? Why has no one ever told me that?
Yeah.
I love Praveen Kumar.
I think it was in a Ranji game.
Wow. Okay,
I
I'm
didn't know
definitely going to
about
look that up. He was the wicket keeper when Adam Gilchrist got his wicket.
Yes.
No, but Praveen Kumar, I meant the bowler.
No,
Yeah,
he was keeping.
was
He
the
was
wicket
keeping
keeper
wickets.
when Adam Gilchrist got his wicket.
Oh, sorry, wicket
Yes.
keeper. Yeah, sorry, I get it now.
Yeah.
I remember that wicket, yes. Best
love
wicket in the IPL.
It wasn't even a Ranji game. It was a corporate trophy match. And the umpire said that Praveen was mentally unfit to play. And I think Praveen actually got some help after that.
Oh,
He has had some alcohol
That's
issues, I
two
want to
run-out
say.
chances in 2 balls, by the way.
He's had some alcohol issues, I think, has Praveen Kumar. But he was talking about it on some podcast, and then he was
Yeah.
like, but everyone drinks and everyone does this, so but I don't know, man. Like, yeah.
Can you use vowels, please? Because I can't read that.
All right. So King is Jared. Go for it.
Give Sunrisers its due and credit in this bang bang cricket started by them in 2024 when they demolished famous Mumbai bowling for 285. And then after that, I don't know. As we said, if you go back, you can actually see that Punjab is really the team that did it. That's what we're saying. So you're looking at the results, but we were all talking about in 2023 that Punjab were already completely coded towards this kind of cricket. It's just that they didn't have very good players.
Yeah, Punjab went for it and basically said the one tactic is everybody comes in and smacks it. That's the tactic. And we're sticking to that no matter what the pitch is doing, no matter what the match situation is. Everybody guns it. And here's Rajapaksa and here's Odin and whack, 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 whack. And it really didn't work because then they would give Odin the ball to try and defend the runs that they'd scored. And then everything fell apart.
Couple of others I forgot. Shoaib Akhtar hit Muhammad Asif with a bat.
Wow. He was
which I
quite an angry man, though, wasn't he,
All right.
Shoaib?
Has Gill injured himself there?
I think that's... Oh, it's either ankle or cramp.
And he would have been out. That's the second time Gill should have been out in this innings.
There was one in South African cricket, which I do remember from like last year, right? It was a first class game, I think, or a game. I don't know who was involved, but there was certainly a lot of stuff going on there. I'm trying to think if there's any others. There's been a lot of... So it actually does happen a lot. If your question is maybe less so in modern cricket, but traditionally, it's not that uncommon for a teammate to punch another teammate in cricket. Or to
also
physically
like
fight.
sorry to answer the SRH question. In 2024, both KKR and RCB were faster than them.
Yeah.
That is true.
Warner
But
punched
I
through,
also
didn't he?
think I sort of agree with the comment in the sense where they showed us what the limitation, like what's the
They
max
broke the
limit in
ceiling.
the power play.
Yeah.
They broke the ceiling.
They broke
for
the
sure,
ceiling
yeah.
in the power play, right?
Yeah.
So I also want to give them some credit, to be honest.
I don't think anyone's not giving them credit. We're just saying there was another team
No,
that
of
was
course.
already... We're giving
They-
another
yeah.
team credit because they were also ahead of the
Yeah,
curve.
yeah. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. Why is Jared every time attacking me? I'm saying whenever I'm
How
saying
is that
anything.
attacking you? It's called a conversation. Cheyenne, do you know how conversations work?
Yes, Jared, I know, and it's not supposed to be retaliatory every time.
That's
is
not
it?
retaliatory. You
It
said
is.
something, and what I said was, it's not that we're not giving Sunrisers credit. What we're saying
But I
is
never
there was
said you are not
another-
giving them credit.
I
I never
know.
said that.
He
I
did.
never said that.
He did. The person who put the comment on the screen. So what I was saying is, it's not that we're not giving Sunrisers credit. What we're saying is, we could see this coming out from other teams beforehand, right? So lots of people give Sunrisers credit, and we're also saying that it happened beforehand.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think I disagree with that.
Well, a minute ago you did, even though I was in the middle of saying the same point.
Never mind. I'm not saying anything. It's fine.
Neither am I. I don't want to get in trouble from Cheyenne for speaking.
So Jared, did you hear about the Tony brothers? Has that ever happened in cricket?
Yeah, it's something about... Wait, let me just look it up. It is something about... Where is it? I thought it was pretty normal, actually. I think it's actually something that has happened in cricket quite a lot. So basketball is a really weird one because the referees and the coaches are right next to each other. And so they actually, if you watch a basketball game, even more, so I would say sometimes in football, you'll see a manager trying to speak to a referee, right? And they're running past them. And so it's actually, it doesn't happen. You kind of get this distant conversation. Whereas in basketball, they'll be standing right next to each other. And at timeouts and stuff, they'll come out and they'll talk to each other. So I didn't think it was that big a deal, if it's the one that I'm thinking of in basketball, because you're having a conversation between the the two groups anyway. What I thought was, but in cricket, it doesn't happen as much that you get that kind of situation. But I can tell you this for a fact: the big conversations in cricket usually happen between the match referee and the third umpire and the coaches, because the coaches go up to the box, right, and have the conversation. And if you are close enough to one of those rooms, sometimes you can hear very, very loud talking because there's no camera on them, right? So they're able to say whatever they want whenever they want to say it.
Also, Gill just nudged the full toss for single.
They're not scoring any runs against Jadeja, are they? What's happening?
Oh, well fielded there.
This is a slowdown which should never happen when you're 100 for none. You should never be
32 after the power play.
We need over 12 to spark everybody into gear, don't we?
Yeah.
That's annoying. The line's 10.5.
So Singer is saying Cheyenne versus Jared in a chess boxing match.
I still haven't Googled chess boxing.
Why the hell have you not watched chess boxing? It's
But
great.
also, what was that TV show we're supposed to watch, which I never looked up?
Oh, the one with the animals.
The
one with
Beverly
animals
Hills
against
Teenage
humans.
Aliens. No,
Oh, that one. Yeah, I've not watched that yet.
yeah.
They haven't scored a run for like 4 overs when they've been 100 for naught.
Yeah.
This is disgraceful from Gujarat.
Only 32
Absolutely.
in the last 4 overs, these lot.
Yeah, so what were they? 82 for none after the
Yeah.
power play. And then they've gone 10. We'll accept that. But 10, 6, 10. How many off that over? Like 5, 6. Bore off. Come on, Gujarat. Get on with it.
So what were there? There were 3 overs with 45 runs. And what's there been since then?
No runs. They're just being really boring. And this should not happen.
So there's been 16. There's been 32 runs in the last 4 overs and 45 runs in the 3 before that. Does that sound
Get
right?
on with it. Rashid Khan should be
And
number
that
3.
And that included a drop.
And a miss run out and another near run out. Feels like 6 or out is very imminent. Although, is Gill going to get the deliberate single when he gets back on strike for his 50?
Yeah. I mean, they seem to be in deliberate strike rotation mode here. That should have been hit for a 6th up ball.
Mm.
So Aish is asking, are these two getting to net negative territory?
Ooh, interesting. What are they?
Yeah. They're going at like 10 and over, both of them, roughly, right?
Mm.
It feels like if you take away how many wides and no balls was it, about 15 runs in extras?
13, so, well, 12 off, 11 wides and 1 no ball, right?
There's
So
a bye as well from memory.
and 1 bye, yeah.
And
And the overthrow.
yeah, if you take that away, it's a completely different position in the game as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they're basically going 10
And
and
most-
over against a team that aren't fielding or bowling very well.
And that was the 3 overs that you were talking about before.
Yeah, 4 to 6. where they
Yeah,
really
what
attack.
that like that wasn't there weren't that many extras in that section, was there, Cheyenne?
Yeah, not many. And
Like
they
maybe a
were both
bye?
attacking,
Was the bye?
actually.
No, the bye might have been later. Actually, it might have been
If
after.
I
the
was
power
at the
play.
ground, I would
Yeah.
boo that 50 after the very deliberate single.
Are
to
you a
get it.
booer, Rob?
Not really. Boo earns.
So what is it? I think both of them made 50 of 30 today.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I was
Yeah.
at the Oval when they had. You might remember the side, Rob, but I think it was Simons, Yunus Khan, Ram Prakash, Tom Maynard, Rory Hamilton Brown, and they got bowled out for about 45 versus Northants, and Northants chased it in about an over and a half, and they got booed at the Oval by 20,000 people. And I must admit, I'm not a big booing fan, but I was like, I think this is perfectly justified. Can I tell
Yeah.
you? Rory Hamilton Brown did not agree.
Shock. What's he doing now? law or something?
I don't know. But we were talking about him the other day because, like, I think people think Rian Parag is Rory Hamilton Brown. I was like, I've lived through the real Rory Hamilton Brown. Rian Parag actually can play cricket.
His mum told me off once.
Shocked.
Rory Hamilton Brown's mum.
Out. Caught it long on.
And,
It was coming, wasn't it? It was coming.
I don't know how to feel about his innings.
I've forgotten it already.
Yeah. If this is a road, it's below par for me.
What's that done to the market now? Because they were like 1.4 something, and they've dropped all the way out to 1.7. Yeah, market thinks they've buggered it up. They were going so well, weren't they? And they've just given it back to a team that didn't really want it, right?
Okay, this is the team. There was 2 games when Surrey were booed, right? This is the team that Rory Hamilton Brown was captain of that kept losing in the blast, guys. I just want to be really clear. We're talking about the blast here, right? His team was himself, Steve Davies, so England international, right? Mark Ramprakash, one of the best batters in cricket. Andrew Simons, Yunus Khan, right? Usman Asfal, and the bowlers was Andre Nell, Chris Tremlett, and Jade Dernbach. And they were losing over and over again and being booed at their home ground. It was ridiculous.
I think that was in the years where they were having probably a bit too much fun off the pitch.
Yeah.
That Surrey team. Gill is having lots of treatment here, by the way.
Andre Nell in the game that they got booed. Andre Nell 4 overs, 1 maiden, none for 16. Chris Tremlett 4 overs, 1 for 20. Jay Dernbach 4 overs, 2 for 22. They lost this game, guys.
Wow.
Rory Hamilton Brown bowled 3 overs.
Shouldn't have done.
2 for 27.
Oh my God.
He's 38, Rob, now.
Bloody hell.
Do you know his first class numbers are not too bad? He averaged 32 and a half in first class cricket. His T20 cricket, which everyone thought he was going to be a T20 player, he averaged 18 at a strike rate of 118.
Oh, get out my team. And he was made captain, wasn't he?
He was captain.
Do you think his surname had anything to do with why he was made captain?
No, I said the other day, his dad was a huge backer of Surrey at that time, like financially. Yeah. So was it? I actually don't think he's from old money. I think he was from newer money. I think he's more like Zach Crawley rather than like Mark Nicholas or someone like that. But what a fascinating cricketer.
Yeah, a bit of a Ansari type story for him.
Yeah, but I think Ansari was a guy who just played cricket and didn't affect other people, right?
Just decided that he was going to make more money doing something in the city or whatever. And
I think he kind of probably did better in cricket than he ever thought he was going to do, Ansari. Rory Hamilton Brown thought he was going to captain England.
Yeah.
He's under 19 captain. Like he was on that pathway. He was captaining Surrey when he was like 22 or 23.
And it's nuts, isn't it?
And look at the players in that team that he's captaining.
Ramprakash was in that team.
Yeah.
Ramprakash.
There's like 5 guys in that team. I didn't read them all out, but there are other guys in that team that could have captained ahead of him.
Well, yeah, any of them really.
Maybe not Andre Nell.
He'd be a great captain. He'd be my captain. I'd stand behind him.
Yeah, his googlies don't spin much.
No. I'm assuming they bounce a lot. And I don't know if you can tell that from everything else. But because he's tall, I think he comes over the top of his wrong'un. So it comes out of the top of his fingers. Butler smashes this over cover. Well,
yeah, a couple of them bounced a lot. Yeah, the wicket bounced a lot.
I'd say.
Yeah.
That's what they should have been doing to Jadeja in his previous 2 overs. It's not on the new guy to come in and do it, but he's kind of has to now.
Yeah. So Code Noob is saying, not teammate, but didn't Sidhu kill someone?
Wasn't that in a
it
car?
Was manslaughter, I believe, wasn't it? It was after a car accident, is my memory. But yeah, nothing to do with cricket that I know of. I'm not saying it wasn't. As
Do you
I
ever
said,
read?
there's-
Smack.
another one.
Oh,
If you read autobiographies, and Rob's probably read a few of these, there's actually quite a few stories of people tussling and wrestling and punching each other and stuff.
Stokes, pretty famously.
yeah. Was it Warner who punches Joe Root?
Warner Root, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Warner dropped.
Oh
six.
my god.
Is that heady as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was heady.
That is
So God-
terrible. That is terrible fielding. Watch this.
It was horrible. Yeah. So Gargi is saying Gujarat is such a snooze fest team. Couldn't agree more.
Oh, that's a bad drop.
I mean, that's really, really, really bad. That's straight to him.
Mhm.
And he's kind of clanged it off both. It's almost like a volleyball set or whatever they call it that he's done to the ball rather than. And he's a good pair of hands normally, Het. So somebody's done something to this IPL because it was bad last year, the catching, but this year has been absolutely abominable, like really, really bad. Because he's a good fielder and that is garbage.
So Prit is asking us thoughts on the Times of India's story about Sky's wrist injury and refusal to get surgery. Can't get my head around how that can be hidden for almost 2 years in this age.
Don't know the story.
What's the story?
Sean,
What's
do
the
you
full
know
story on it? Sean?
Sean, are you familiar?
I've heard about it, but like I don't know what like the whole details of it. But basically, there's also talks now, right, that Surya Kumar Yadav is going to be replaced by Shreyas Iyer as the captain. So maybe it's got something to do with that as well. Let me look this up.
So, according to the Times of India, Surya Kumar Yadav was having a wrist injury from BCCI since 2024. He's going through a wrist injury since 2024, where his wrist is completely damaged, and he was managing this injury through injections and medication.
Smack.
Big six there from Butler.
Yeah.
Justice come to play.
I mean, if that's the
I did see
case,
certain
Sorry.
tweets that one of his shots that he used to hit over fine leg, right? Basically he's not able to play that as well, and it's a very risky shot. So maybe there is some truth to it, right? And like maybe we can trust TOI.
all I would say though is that's a very sorry. Can we just put the comment back up for a second?
Yep.
When you say refusal to get surgery, every player on this field at the moment could probably get surgery for something at the moment. Right? There's something that needs to be cleaned out. There's something that needs to be looked at. There's something that could be better attached or unattached or whatever. It's shocking to know I'm not a surgeon, right? All these different things could have happened. Generally, people are choosing to play through them because they can manage them, right? And if it's a situation where Sky's just been playing with it, when you say he's been hiding it, he hasn't been hiding it. He's made his decision almost a
Run out chance again.
He's made a decision to play through it. That's a very, very common thing. It might be. I'm trying to think of what kind of a wrist injury would keep you out for a long period of time, but it might be a situation where you can play through it and he feels fine, right? Like as in it limits him, but he's like, I can play at 90% of myself. But if I get it fixed, it might be a year off. And I'm how old is he? 34, 35?
Yeah, he's 35. Yeah.
Right? So this up in the air, this could be caught.
Should be out.
Well,
Nope.
Should be caught. Nope.
Oh my god. Is the
Feel
head
like
of
he
my
ran in the
again?
wrong direction.
Ball.
It was skied on the offside there. And Hetmeyer came in and seemed to just, maybe it swung at the last minute, but he seemed to be on the wrong side of that.
I think he was. I don't think he knew whether Jaiswal was going for it or not, and Jaiswal just left it for Hetmeyer.
It looked like he was in the wrong direction, though. I just wondered if, because look, he's running in straight, and then he veers off to the right at the last
you're
minute.
right. Yeah.
So
We've
Jared,
got a
when
very, very lucky Shubman Gill here.
Was that shown?
the assistant coach Ryan Tendushkar, when he was asked about the drill,
Oh, you muted yourself, Sean. Maybe?
He has muted himself.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. No, so it's in the same TOI piece where they talk about Shreyas Iyer and how he's likely to replace Sky as the captain, right? And in that, where they're talking about the wrist injury and everything, basically Ryan Tendoshkata was asked about the drill, about how he was managing it and everything. He just brushed it off, saying it could be normal wear and tear.
Yeah, but it could be wear and tear, right? Like, as in, it might just be that he's been having little issues for years, right? And then so just to answer this, look at Mike Atherton and Michael Clark and all players who have bad backs. They could get back operations, right? The problem with a back operation is you might never play again afterwards, and you might be out for a year. Every athlete in the world is dealing with this. It's a very normal thing in cricket. So yeah.
I assume you mean Sky and not Suryavanshi.
No, he's old, mate. He's past it.
Yeah.
Suryavanshi is finished. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think it's a very normal thing to just have wear and tear on your body, and then you have to make decisions later in your career, right? Like, I mean, Sean, we've looked at this so many times with so many players, right? Sean Pollock is a perfect example of this is up in the air, should be caught, so will not be, and is.
His score. And
Jadeja
Butler in his pocket.
Has he never got Butler out before?
Apparently unaware that the score is 150 for 2 off 13 overs.
I thought you only did that when you got someone out for the first time. I've never.
No, wouldn't that be when you get someone out many times because they're in your pocket? Multiple times.
So most bowlers I know, when they say he's in the pocket, what they mean is I've dismissed him. Right? So he's on the list of people I've dismissed.
Matchup's pretty dull. That's the third time he's got him for about 80 off 65. So it's about a neutral matchup.
Anyway, he's gone.
Collapse.
Yeah, Sean Pollock's a good example of someone who I'm sure whatever Sean Pollock had in his body was a lot worse than anything that Sky ever had, right? And yet he chose to play on and just worked out a way around it. It's very, very normal if you can do it. And then there are plenty of other bowlers who went off to get the big operation, not just bowlers, batters as well, who just never come back right. Washi's in. They don't seem to ever look at the score or the overs for Washi, do they?
No, they do not.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him just blaze, because he can do it, Washington.
I believe it's Delhi Capitals now. Who are at the top of the drops. Punjab is second. Yeah. We also have Chennai at third, Hyderabad, RCB, Gujarat, Rajasthan, LSG, MI, and KKR.
I think in the last 2 days, one of the winning team both days didn't drop any catches, and the losing team dropped at least 3. It's definitely becoming a thing, right? So how many have they put down in this innings? 3 so far, and a missed run out. You just can't do it. Like, Gill should have been out a long time ago.
So the most catching chances created are Gujarat and Hyderabad. Rohit Kumaja is saying once ETPL and African Cup gets big, ODIs will be dead. And I will be there to celebrate.
That is not what's going to kill ODIs. I mean, there are many things that are going to kill ODIs. Those are not the things.
It's the best format. It will live on. Don't worry.
No,
everyone.
it's not. ODI has one good phase, and it's the power play. Everything else in ODI cricket is dog shit.
It's in the top 4 formats.
ODI cricket is amazing.
Firstly, it just starts at the top 5 for me.
The one that I can never ever get into, and I have to watch it quite a lot of work, is T10. I just can't get my head around it. It just doesn't interest me at all. I've watched so much of it.
I've watched quite a few games, and I find myself losing interest every single time.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
It's so incredibly, like, T20 for a while got really formulaic, didn't it? And pretty boring. It's changed since the Impact sub, but I don't think for the better. But it has changed. It's not as predictable as it was. But T10 feels like you're watching the same game every time. There's no nuances there. It's just
do you know what I found weird about
Andre
T10
Fletcher
is
doing stuff.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of Andre Fletcher. I always find with T10 the weird thing is that it should be more close games. And I reckon I've watched 25 games and seen one close game.
So I watch ECN quite a lot, and I've seen a couple of golden balls. Now that is good. So when you have a tie in ECN, you have a golden ball, and a golden ball is you have to score 2 off 1 ball. So not a super over. You must score 2. So 0 or 1 you win, and 2 you lose. As Ferreira,
so there's only 1 ball. You don't each get a golden ball.
No, there's only 1 ball, and the match is decided by 1 ball.
Is it actually golden?
It is not, and it should be. I will message Dan and tell him that it should be.
I think since the
Donald
Dream 11
Ferreira's
money's gone,
bowling.
he might not be able to afford that anymore.
Ferreira is greeted as he should have been by a boundary. So Punja's gone. Did he bowl 4 overs?
Yeah. I think
He's always
Jadeja's
bowled in
bowled out as well.
succession, no? Yeah.
Even Jaddu's done.
8
So all the
overs in
spin's
that
gone.
spell. Solid stuff from
And
them, by the way.
They've
Neither
decided
of
to
them
go
have-
Ferreira. Hang on. Ferreira has come in as the impact sub. Is that correct?
No, Suryavanshi did
No. Yeah, Suryavanshi has.
because he's on the field.
Okay, so they've brought him in. I was getting a bit worried there. I was like, what the hell are they doing? And because Suryavanchi's not going to play. So Suryavanchi came in as the impact sub, and Ferreira was there all along.
Yes.
Okay. They seem to think that spin's the right answer here for the rest of the...
Do they think that Donovan Ferreira can bowl spin?
I don't think he can. He's playing beautifully with the bat, though.
He's a weird mix of like Andrew Simons' body with Glenn Maxwell's off spin.
It's not a pretty watch, his bowling, is it? It's a bit chucky for me, his bowling.
It's pushy. It's like he's pushing the ball down.
Like that, yeah. I don't like it. Like he's closing a cat flap.
It's like he's closing a cat flap, and this cat flap has decapitated him. As that's whack for 4. He's one of these people that like every time he's in an auction, you see his name down as an all-rounder, and you're like, okay, so how many overs per game are we legitimately like? He could bowl at Pal, right? We all wouldn't want to face him at Pal. Maybe Guyana, right? Chennai back in the day. There aren't that many other wickets you're bowling here regularly, are there?
No. Tuati is on the all-rounder list, though, isn't he?
Still?
Well, I don't understand how he's on a cricket team sheet. I really don't.
You've never mentioned it.
And I thought his bowling
You
was
know
funny.
that Cheyenne's writing his biography.
Yeah. I think you could play him in the movie.
He's actually done well here.
Chris
They're only
Cook
11
might
off it.
have you looking like Tuati, I don't think.
So Occam Stays is saying, my friend and I concluded after an intense debate that the biggest playoff over and under performers in basketball are Rondo and Harden respectively. Was wondering who the IPL equivalents would be.
Well, I think if you're looking at biggest, it may not be a playoff thing, but if you're looking at the biggest players who probably their reputation has completely changed by a couple of games, I think Kevin O'Brien is at the top of nearly any of those lists, isn't he?
But no, he means IPL, right?
I'm just saying in general in cricket. I don't know if
yeah.
you would do it in the... There aren't enough games, really, for someone to just have a reputation as a playoff player in the IPL, are there?
No, like Raina does.
Rayner.
But Rain is pretty... I don't think his reputation's that
did
much
not
higher for
one
that
really.
compared to everything else, though, is it?
Absolutely
No,
not
it is
so.
definitely playoffs, Jared. Like his,
Well, put it
he's,
this way,
he's much better in
Rajan
playoffs
Rondo-
than he's anything.
Rajan Rondo is not like an international quality player, right?
Okay.
So Rayner was a test player, a World Cup player, right?
Okay, if you mean like that, fair.
Guess what, everyone?
Gale is the Harden, even though it's incorrect because people think he never made any runs in playoff games.
Yeah, it makes sense in the
Jota's come back
2016
and bowled a
final,
wide, by the
right?
way.
Hey,
Yeah.
Only 1 yard down the leg side this time. What's happened to him today?
he
Oh,
does have
Saha's a
days.
good shout. Saha's a very good shout. He makes 100, doesn't he?
But it would
Oh,
have
that
to be
is a
multiple
good
games,
shout.
though, wouldn't it?
But Saha's also international quality, no? He's also
No,
made split
He's
keeping
not like
though, right?
Rayner, though, is he? Probably. Where does
Where's that gone, Washi?
Oh, what a shot
what
that
a
is.
shot!
Washi.
Opens
Oh.
it up and hits Archer back over his head, and Archer does the face.
That's beautiful.
That Vora final innings is disgraceful, Singer. It is a disgraceful innings.
Purely as an IPL player, where does Ryan Harris fit into this conversation?
I
Was he
honestly
Punjab?
cannot tell you. He's played for a single IPL game of his.
Ryan Harris, didn't he win an IPL final with the bat?
Ryan Harris.
Look it up. Happy to be
Which
wrong.
final is this?
Would have been Deccan, wouldn't it?
With the bat. Oh, wow.
I think I might make a collage of Joffre faces today. I think that might be my take home from this game.
Oh my
There's
God,
another one,
Ryan Harris
everyone.
played 5 years in the... That's another. He played 5 seasons.
I mean, it must be 2009 you're talking about.
Was he
then.
Punjab, Jared? Ryan Harris.
Yeah,
He has
and
played for Punjab.
Deccan.
Deccan individually.
I love Deccan.
Oh, yeah, he makes 9 of 5. But that's batting first, though, in the final.
Oh, was it? I couldn't remember.
Yeah. No boundary, though, Jared. That's impressive.
He didn't look like a man who would like to run too many runs, did he? He had no cartilage in his knees and was all upper torso.
Ribu Ganguly saying, at what moment did basketball evolve from cricket? Is it like a monkey to human being kind of thing? Do you mean
I think he
baseball or
means-
basketball?
I think he means baseball there.
Mm.
It's a very complicated question, and there is no official answer to this. But essentially, what happens is they both share a common ancestor. So I think it would be more like Neanderthals, and what's the other ones?
Homo sapiens? Is that?
Yeah, yeah.
no.
Cro-Magnon.
Don't Neanderthals and Homo sapiens both have a joint relative?
Yeah. No, it's also like who else?
It's
Is dogs
same.
and wolves have the same ancestor?
I thought dogs were just wolves.
No. This.
I
yeah,
thought
it's
all
either that
dogs
or
were essentially wolves.
dogs and wolves, common ancestor. 1 second.
But what's a goblin?
Yeah. So dogs and modern wolves now share a common ancestor, not common now extinct ancestor. Likely a late Pleistocene. I don't know what the fuck that is. Pleistocene
Okay.
wolf. Okay, no idea what that is.
Okay, so yes, so that's probably how I'd look at it. So that it's a wolf. So cricket is the wolf of this situation, right? It's
Always.
the one that is more directly linked to it. And then what actually happens is that cricket grows before baseball, but they both come out of the same sport, which is a sport called stool ball. I'll get you my stool ball kit. 1 second.
Oh.
Good ball, that. I've seen this store ball kit that he's going to bring in now. I immediately wanted to play when I saw this kit.
Yeah, because there's a lot of incest too, right? Aldehyde. It's why there's a lot of common ancestors if you go back.
Okay, Jared's gone running away to find his store ball kit.
Yeah.
It looks really fun. I want to play.
And he's back.
Sorry, just knocked my headphones. Okay, so this is a stool ball bat. But Cheyenne, who makes stool ball equipment? It's on the bat.
It's a
Should be able to tell from the sticky. don't you?
Granicle.
Granicles, yeah.
Gray Nichols.
Yeah.
So the original sport is essentially stool ball. And stool balls, you can kind of see, is in some ways a bit of a combination of cricket, tennis, and baseball. If you watch stool ball being played, there are elements of cricket to it, and there are elements of baseball to it. The actual ball that they use in stool ball, which I don't have one here, but it actually looks like a baseball, but they're made by Gray Nichols, so you can get the Gray Nichols logo on a baseball, which probably Rob Barron wants now. That I've told him that that's available to him. And this is the sport that basically cricket comes from. And what happens is, cricket and baseball come from. And what happens is, it's called stool ball because it was a sport made by milking maids, right? And they, at the end of the day, would get the stool. And sometimes they would be in an open park where there was nowhere to put the stool, so it would stay on the ground.
Yeah.
And sometimes they would have a hedge and they would pick the stool up and put it into the hedge. And so that's baseball and the other one's cricket. So they're they both come from the same thing. The big difference is that what we now know is baseball just didn't grow as quickly as cricket for whatever reason. But there were little bits of baseball played in Germany and Europe. And cricket obviously gets very big very fast. It's very soon the biggest sport in the world outside of athletics and boxing, right? And when they go to America, both baseball and cricket go to America at the same time. Cricket is way bigger, but during the Civil War, it was very hard for people just to hang around and play cricket games. So even the guys who played cricket started to play baseball because it was easier for them just to have a ball and a bat. So even in America, as baseball's getting big, it is still directly related to cricket at that point. And that's when it diverges after the Civil War. There you go. And also, probably the best sex toy you're going to get.
It's up there.
Yeah, someone said it. Yeah. Code Nuba said that looks like something for BDSM.
It's so sexy that Rob had to leave the chat.
Back. He says back in a minute.
But yeah, so there you go. There's the history of it all.
So Rohit Kumaja is saying either the whole Caribbean should play as separate countries or all 12 East Asia Pacific should combine into one. Thoughts? UK face a similar problem in Olympics.
We've got plenty of teams in cricket that are not one country. Okay. Cheyenne, Varun, give me one more each.
England and Wales are one, I want to say.
Yes, that's a good one.
Ireland.
No one ever complains about that one, do they?
Ireland, right?
Ireland?
Yep.
No,
There's
Northern
one
Ireland
more
and Ireland, right?
as well, by the way. I don't know if you'll know the other one. It was the first World Cup, first men's World Cup.
East
The
Africa?
African one.
East
Yeah,
Africa, yeah.
East Africa. Yeah.
So we've had, those are the ones I know of. I assume there's
We've
been
even
others.
had the international 11s, no, in the women's World Cups.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
we
and the
not?
young, yeah, there's been a couple of sort
Yes.
of, oh, God, this is whacked for six again.
6.
Yeah, so I don't know how many people even know this. We call it the ECB, but it is the England and Wales Cricket Board.
Yeah.
I used to always write it with the W being silent. Yeah, so it's a very common thing in cricket. You could argue that none of them should be doing it, but I don't know if he did a project on this. But Mash from Caribbean Cricket Podcast was asking me where I thought like the top teams would rate if they went on their own. He's got it. Thought that was going to go over the top.
I was just about to say, this is if I was Rob, I'd back unders because he always gets out at the death once he's set.
That wasn't a slower ball either. He just didn't get anything on that. He tried to flip it up over the shoulder. He looked really stiff playing that shot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, look how he played it.
132 clicks.
Because watch his hands on it. It's almost like he maybe didn't get his bat on the right angle or something. I haven't seen many people play that shot that stiff. I reckon when that shot first started, I try to remember who it was. I think it was Beth Morgan, the England player, who played one. And it was like the shot had only just started, right? Like that people hadn't played that many. It was just after Dilshan. It was the same World Cup that Dilshan started playing his version as well. And Beth Morgan hit one right into her throat. Oof. And I was like, I can't imagine that many people are going to want to do this. Also, like if that was a young man, it would have crushed the Adam's apple, right? It was like, it was right there. Oh, I talked to her about it years later. Who is this Holder coming out?
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
Hello.
Went off to paddle yourself?
Yeah, I got a bit too excited with all the stall paddle showing. I once won some money off someone playing against them at paddle, and I used a frying pan, and he used a paddle bat. Jared's disappeared because he's gone to paddle himself silly.
Sorry, I didn't do anything. I don't know how I left the screen. I went to get a frying pan. Is a frying pan a good option?
It's actually absolutely fine to play paddle with. It's much easier than... So I was miles better than him at paddle. So we had I can't remember what it was, like 100 quid or something, bet on the game. And it didn't close the gap very much at all using a frying pan. You can middle it quite easy, and a paddle bat doesn't have much nuance about it. It's not like tennis where the strings you can do loads of spin and stuff.
Yeah. Did you I probably told you this story the other day because we were talking about all the old weird cricket games, but they used to get the professional players to play in games with brooms.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, versus actors and comedians and.
So there's a
Has
gambler.
Washi or Gill ever played any of these shots before? Because Washi's just got hit in the armpit trying to play one, and Gill just played the stiffest looking scoop I've ever seen.
Yeah, all Washi did was turn a 100% definite wide into a dot there by using the back of his bat to get it into his armpit. That's nearly impossible to do that. If you said, right, I will give you unlimited wealth for you and all your future generations of your family if you do that again, he could try for the rest of his life. He'd never be able to do that. That's impossible. And then he got a big thumbs up from Jason Holder for doing that. Maybe because it was funny. Yeah, there was a gambler called Titanic Thompson, right? And some of the stories of him are incredible. You're talking 1920s, 1930s, that sort of era. And I think in about the 50s, he was like incredibly good at golf and could go around golf courses in like 10 over par using hammers and stuff like that. Like he was like a spade and a hammer and whatever, like a freak of sporting brilliance. He's one of the best golfers in the world. Knew how to play all the games, was a pool hustler, poker hustler, whatever. Anyway, he said he had a big money game, as that is a big shot in the air, but it should be out.
Be out.
And it isn't.
God.
It's just fielders diving around everywhere. So Washington gets 6. This is a really good knock from him. Let's have a look. Leg side, utter filth, the ball. Should have been put away. And who's that diving around over there? Couldn't see.
Was it Ferreira?
Don't think so. He's wearing a gold chain, whoever it is.
I'm not sure what the ultimate idea of that fielding was.
I think he was trying to palm it back in. But
I think it's Jadeja, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be. I couldn't tell. Anyway, he had a big money game, and the whole of the town were on the other guy of table tennis, and he was playing the world table tennis champion. This guy, Titanic Thompson. And he said, the only rule is I pick the bats, right? And the world table tennis champion countered with, as long as they're the same bat, that's fine, right? You can't turn up with the best bat ever and give me the worst bat ever. So no, we'll both use the same bats. So, right, okay, how much you want to play for? And they played for absolute fortunes. And
Dasan Shanaka, by the way.
Oh, was it? Forgot he was playing. And then he turns up, Titanic Thompson, lots of people at it's like in a stadium type thing. Lots of people there. Walks up to the Coke machine, gets 2 glass bottles of Coke out of the Coke machine, pours the contents on the floor, hands one of them to the world table tennis champion and said, right, let's play. So they played for all the money with a glass bottle each. Holder gets a boundary away. Deshpande's not having a great day either.
No.
200 up with 3 overs to go, pretty much. So they pulled this right back, having buggered about for 4 or 5 overs after the power play. And he stuffed him, yeah.
He stuffed him like, what, in straight sets or?
So basically, just as whatever they were playing up to was finishing, the table tennis champion was beginning to get the hang of it. But I think the first few times, like I've tried to play table tennis with beer bottles, and you can get it, but it takes a while. Like you can get it off the middle if you practice a bit. But obviously he'd been practicing for like 2 years to hustle this guy. Brilliant book. The Titanic
Stuff like
Thompson.
that is wild, isn't it?
It's just called Titanic Thompson by someone called Kevin Cook. I would urge you to read that if you like silly gambling stories. It's brilliant. How about this for a bet, right? Highest score in the first over, Rajasthan 22-1. 22-1. Now I know
Is it
Siraj
15 they need to go past?
They need 19 to win.
Okay.
And they have got more than 20 twice this season already.
Yeah, it's not 22-1, is it? 9-1, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that kind of region, I think. Like, it's one of those where I'm going to back it. Well, I have backed it. And I know I'm going to lose, but it's good value. Like, they got 22 against Mumbai. They got 25 against Sunrisers, 18 against Chennai. It's not 22s, is it? If the kid gets on strike early, like Jaiswal hit the first ball for 6 2 games ago. But Siraj has been pretty good the last few games. I think he's having one of the best IPLs I've seen him have. I think just very quietly under the radar. He's not going for any runs, is he?
Yeah. He's been very good defensively in wide ball cricket for a while now. Like somehow he's bowling dry and it's not taking as many wickets as he once used to. But the economies have, he's doing really well with that, the defensive stuff. Just hitting a length consistently over and over again. And it's the partnership with Rabada that really clicks, no? Because Rabada's the wicket taker early on and Siraj is the one that's creating all the pressure.
And Rabada never used to get wickets in the power play, did he? Even when he was getting loads of wickets, he never got them in the power play. And now
not many in the IPL, yeah.
They're basically giving them 3 each, aren't they? These days. They get half the power play each. And
it's very Shubman Gill, isn't it? Come up with a plan and just spam it till it doesn't work, right?
And
I don't mean that in a bad way.
Because Siraj bowls dry and then they go after Rabada and get out.
Yeah.
That's what's been happening.
Yeah.
The block from Jason Holder, which I do not approve of against Deshpande with 2.5 overs left.
Crickinfo's win predictor has this as an 80% chance for Gujarat to win. Rob, any thoughts on that?
I will lay them any of their predictor numbers whenever they want.
You put a bet on Rajasthan early. Did you get off of that?
No, I bet on Gujarat.
Did you? Gujarat, sorry.
I bet on Gujarat when they were like 25 for none and it was evens. So I've held. I haven't done anything with it.
Oh, Holder's just got stuck here, hasn't he?
Mm.
He's had a bad day, Deshpande, but it's not about over.
This is 6 or out, isn't it? Everybody.
Sicket. Everyone, get on your sicket.
Who bowls 19 here? Do you go Bridges again after he just got pumped, or do you go Jofra?
Probably
not
still
Ferreira.
Jofra, right?
I don't think so.
You go Jofra because if Jofra gets wickets, Bridges can bowl to a new batter again.
Yeah, Tawatia. 4 or 5 Tawatia in the last over.
He's got that in the hole as Holder. Oh, he only gets 1. That's
a
very win. Lazy. That. Oh.
Very lazy running because you want Washington on strike here, don't you?
I think that might have been Washington's fault. He didn't seem to be pushing for the 2 that strong.
They're both not interested in 2. And 2 is a much better result than 1. Not just because of the run, but you would much rather have Washington the way he's been going.
What do we make of Butler's season?
It's been a bit mixed, I want to say. It's not been like outstanding or anything, not even close to outstanding, but
it's not terrible though, is it? It's like it's I mean, fine. Considering the form he came in on, I think he'd take it. It's just that the other 2 aren't making the runs to make up for the fact he's been a bit weird at times.
He's got lots of starts actually, Jared. If you just go back and look at the numbers, he's got a bunch of 20s, couple of solid 50s, but not. So his true values, before this match, have true average of 9 and a true strike rate of 12. So which I think adds up.
Yeah.
He's
adds
all right.
up because he's played on some tough wickets as well, right? But the home wickets haven't been easy to bat on.
He had a couple of games where he had a big impact, and the rest of the tournament, it's like he hasn't really had an impact at all.
They should have run the by there, by the way.
It's like had a few small impact knots, but he's had 2 big ones, right? Yeah.
Oh, this is up in the air. This could be a wicket to Brajesh as Holder is out. And as Rob was just saying, they should have run the by, but what he meant was the wide. But either way, they didn't run it.
That's dumb cricket because Holder shouldn't have been on strike for either of those balls because they should have run 2 at the end of the last over, and then they should have run the on the wide that the keeper completely fumbled and was 30 yards back anyway. They should have run the by. Like, you got to think at the end of these games. Like, runs are quite important when you're playing cricket, and they've just not bothered getting some there. That was bad cricket from all of them, but rubbish, particularly from Holder.
I missed that's back of the hand slow ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, right on the wide line. It's a good ball.
Yeah, really good ball actually.
And Jaiswal makes an easy catch look easy, which the others should take note of that. He just ran to where the ball was going to land, watched it with his eyes, and put his hands where the ball was about to land at chest height and took it really easily. And here, instead of Rashid Khan, who can hit the ball from ball 1, is Tawatia, who can't hit the ball from ball 1.
I mean, did they make a change today with Holder coming in ahead of Tawatia, and it still didn't work?
They're just nonsense.
I want to say Holder has batted at 5 before in this season. Maybe not every game, but it must have happened a couple of times. Also, Jared, what do you make of Washi's batting season this time? Because it's again a very weird, interesting one. He's not been bad by any means. But
He's had 2 good games recently,
Yes.
hasn't he?
yeah, the Punjab one, and he's made
Yeah.
50 against Delhi as well. But that was a while back.
The,
Today,
the,
if you're
the
counting
one that he
today
did
and-
recently, where we should have been caught a couple of times and got edges and everything, and then suddenly started whacking everything everywhere once he got in.
Yeah, the chase, right?
What was
One
that?
against- The run chase, right? The one
Yeah,
against
yeah, the
Punjab,
chase.
Which got to the last over.
Yeah, I thought he was fine, but he really could have lost that game earlier on, and then suddenly went hog wild. This could be run out. First ball. Nope, and no overthrow either. So I think from that perspective, I just think they keep putting him in the wrong. They're trying to make him into this number 5 or number 4, whereas I just think his best. I think their best bet is him coming in at the end of the power play and just slogging wildly, or saving him to the death when he can just free his arms. If they want to make him into another player, I think it's going to take time because he doesn't bat enough to learn the other skills. But he's been fine today. I mean, really good today, considering everything. He's the only guy with a 200 strike rate.
Yes, that is true. So
And he hasn't
Holder
faced
has
the ball in
batted
an
at-
hour. And he just gets this over covers, and they'll get a couple.
So Holder has batted at 5, 7, 7, and 5 this season.
Yeah, so they brought him in a couple
batted
of
at
times
5 today.
early.
Yeah, a couple of times. One was the RCB game where he actually got a good cameo, 23 not out of 10. But yeah.
Oh, I don't think there was a problem bringing him in. It just didn't work, right? Like,
Yeah, I agree. I think they had to send him in fact.
it does kind of tell you something about Tawati, though, if Holder's going in ahead of him. Like what role does Tawati even play in this team then?
Somebody that always does a negative innings, and
Rob,
then
you've
once
never
every
mentioned that
5
before.
years he does an amazing one.
Oh, he's 1 off 1 here, so he's already behind the count, technically. Full toss. Oh, he gets away with that, does Brajesh. Tries to guide that
Jared,
away,
so-
Washi.
I just noticed this with Washi. So he's had 3 knocks where he's striking at around 100 or just a bit more than that. So he's got 18 of 16,
Yeah.
13 of 13, 12 of 12. So that's 3 times he's gotten stuck. But then he's also got 20, like today's innings, of course. Then he's got 40 not out of 23, 55 of 32, 21 not out of 13, 19 not out of 12, 26 of 17. So he's got like a variety of types of scores this season.
He's back in
going
the
at
crease
around
here, and he gets a good Yorker from Brajesh, and he can't dig it out.
Yeah.
No run. Good 2 overs here. They pulled this back. I think this has probably been his best innings in that there's no, like, he wasn't one of the ones who's been dropped, has he?
Yeah, I don't think he's been dropped.
No,
There's been so many drops. So
He's had some good shots as well, yeah.
I kind of feel like,
Or do we count the Dasun Shanakavan as a drop? Or no? Or
yeah, I forgot about that
is
one.
Yeah.
I don't think you catch that though, Rob. I think your best chance is just stopping it from 4.
I think that's what he was trying to do. Have they gone ... at the end of this over?
Yes, they have.
Goodness me.
Oof. Yeah.
Well done to Brajesh, pulling that back nicely there. Yeah, I just feel like today he just came in and he understood his assignment and hit the ball really well from the start. I think many other times he just doesn't seem to understand the assignment. Hilariously, now he's getting completely stuck though.
Oh yes.
Now
yeah,
it's causing
last three
huge
balls.
problems for them. So he might work his way back. This could be something we might need to look at for the second innings. Maybe the air's gone out of the ball a little bit here, guys.
Could be one of them.
Because that bounced very odd, that back of the hand slower ball.
Yeah.
But he should have hit the full toss, shouldn't he?
Yeah. I don't mind the shot he tried to play off the full toss. You just have to make contact though, don't you?
Yeah, and that's I think his innings stalling as it has there. A lot of that is down to them not managing the strike properly. But here's
But then,
Tuatia.
to be fair, he did have 3 balls in a row and he didn't do anything.
Guys, this is a wide first ball. Jofra Archer doesn't look like Jofra Archer here.
That is a rub down, isn't it? Not giving him his last over. I mean, he's had an awful day, Jofra, but he is still Jofra Archer, and you have to assume he's due fewer runs in the last over than Deshpande is.
They've done this a lot though with Nandre Berger this year as well, haven't they? He often doesn't get the 4th over someone a bit more random. Anyway,
Sense.
wide full toss from Tuati. Might have got this. Yes, he's got that
Wow.
away. Bad
No
ball,
field.
but well clipped for 6.
No fielders anywhere.
It's not a good start. Deshpande, they just got back into the game, and
I mean, that is a ball that What percentage of cricketers get a boundary from that ball? What's that ball worth when it gets to the bat? 3.85? More than 4? Full toss on middle stump, about halfway up.
Abel says, people are watching IPL online, end of TV rights. I think streaming rights are almost the same amount now, aren't they? If I'm not mistaken, between the two.
There is some stat that came out today, no? That the TV viewership has dropped by 26%.
Yeah,
For the
but I think this rights package, the money had already kind of shown that everyone thought that was going to happen. So as this one's up, and he's got another one. Tawati's on fire. Rob eating his words.
12 off 2 here. Like I always say.
Taser says Bermuda is also not a country. Robbie remembers.
Isn't it a country?
No, it's the Dwayne Leverlock joke.
I know, but is it not a country?
I'm assuming it's an island. No, it's a country. It's not part of the West Indies, though, is it? Not like obviously geographically, it's a long way away.
Yeah,
but it's not included.
It's not an independent country, apparently.
Andy says Ashwin's theory: once it stops swinging, every T20 bowler has to bowl defensively. Wicket taking is a consequence of bowling dry. Have teams caught on? I've been the whole time I've worked in cricket, new ball or old ball. I've never heard bowlers talk about it bowling attacking. They always talk about bowling defensive. It's very rare that a team will attack. It's usually just when the pitch is doing something weird. So I think that's always been the case, from what I know. Ribu says, wild guess, but any chance is still ball the game played in the Russell Brown Jonah Hill movie, Get Him to the Greek? Still ball is still played today. I've never seen Get Him to the Greek. Isn't Get Him to the Greek like about 9 different actors who have all been cancelled for various things?
Isn't
like
Puff Daddy in it?
Yep.
Shot.
What a shot by Washington here. He launches this over covers for 6. Oh, Deshpande. We've worked his way back in. What was his last over, guys?
It's
7,
hard
8?
to see that
8, yeah.
the decision not to bowl Jofra in the last over was a good one when this is 20 off the over so far with 2 balls left.
Yeah, so I've never seen Get Him to the Greek.
I would never watch anything with Russell Brand in for any reason, so I have also not seen the film. That's a ball.
He's reviewing that for wide. Yeah.
Of course he is.
Mandatory wide review.
I also feel like it's a wide, maybe.
I don't. I think that's gone
okay,
through.
No, it's gone through his legs. Yeah, it's gone through his legs.
It's missed
Just
leg
had a second
stump
look.
by about half an inch.
Oh, I'm just looking at Get Him to the Greek. It looks like Get Him to the Greek is just like a parody of cricket with cheese rolling mixed in. Might be
Now, cheese rolling is a proper sport.
Yeah, that might be the best sport. Hats off to Gill for his intent with shit middle order.
I think Gill didn't play particularly well today. I just think he got really lucky.
I think he dropped
at least twice and 2 missed run outs.
But
This is
either
wide.
side of that, I didn't mind it, to be honest.
It's probably just the middle, isn't it?
Exactly, the 7 to 11 period where he just slows down. I think either side of it, he does well, yeah. I think it's also a more general comment, to be honest, because we know that after the top 3 batters, they don't score a lot of runs, right? The numbers
look, I think it's a fair way of looking at it, but they haven't really been playing like this year. He actually has shown a lot more intent, right? I'm not sure today is the day I would use as the explanation of that.
Power play, maybe. Power play, he went hard. After that, yeah.
Did that hit him?
I'm gonna watch it again. No, I think he got something on that bat or glove for the single.
Anyway.
229, 230 to win.
230 to win. They scored 82 runs in the first 6 overs. In the middle, they scored 84 runs, which is basically what we were just talking about. Yeah. And then they got stuck a little bit at the death as well. And they only ended up with 60-odd runs at the death. It was a very good fight back until Deshpande got whacked in that last over. I just have a look. At the moment, it says here that Rajasthan are a... Checks notes. Nope, can't find my notes. They are a 35% chance of winning from here. Oh, Shahan's gone. I was about to ask Shahan. Any disagreements on that, Rob?
No, I think the first 3 overs you will know it's more likely that Rajasthan are dead in 3 overs than they're going to win. But the first 3 overs is everything, because if the Siraj Rabada combination works, then Gujarat will almost definitely win. But if they score 50 off the first 3 overs, which they can do, then away we go.
Beautiful. Away we go. We'll be back in 10 minutes with more Combox.tv. Cricket has never finished at the close of play. It lives in the arguments, the memories, the comment sections. Cricket makes you talk. Combox is entering that chat. Backpacking across Western Europe. I was just outside Barcelona, hiking in the foothills of Mount Tibidabo. I was at the end of this path, and I came to a clearing, and there was a lake, very secluded, and there were tall trees all around. It was dead silent, gorgeous. And then across the lake, I saw a beautiful woman bathing herself, but also crying. No. Actually, none of that's right. I was backpacking across the US and England on the way to South Africa for the 2003 World Cup. There was crying, but it was my own and separate to this story. When in grey-skied London, I found myself in Shepherd's Bush, a place that had no sheep or greenery, but lots of pubs. In one of them, weirdly named after a US comedian, I watched a game between Australia and England. With the Aussies as World Cup favourites, it was supposed to be an easy win. And it started that way when Australia's backup seamer, Andy Bickle, took 7 for 20, and England folded to 204 all out. But incredibly, Australia also fell apart. Soon they were 135 for 8, needing 70 from 74. That is when Andy Bickle was needed again, and he joined Michael Bevan. And while the calculation didn't make sense, Australia had their own calculator. In those days, we called him a finisher, but it turns out he was more than that. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. If you want to be part of the community that makes content like this, head over now. Earlier this year in the IPL, Chennai Super Kings batted first. Sanju Samson got a century and set Delhi Capitals a target of 213. They started off brilliantly, 61 without loss in 4.5 overs, but they quickly fell to 76 for 4 with a run rate at 11.4. That's when David Miller and Tristan Stubbs were batting together. Of those batting between 5 and 7 in the IPL, these two gentlemen have the second and third highest true averages of 27 and 21, respectively. They just don't get out in the IPL. Virat Kohli and KL Rahul as openers have a true average of 16 and 20. So two guys batting in the middle order, who are known as big hitters, have higher true averages than two of the best run accumulators in IPL history. The other batters that pop here are JP Duminy, MS Dhoni, and Tilak Varma. Those three, along with Miller and Stubbs, have a true average of more than 20. However, out of the 5, only Duminy and Miller have a positive true strike rate. In fact, Duminy's is 7 points higher than Stubbs, which no one who has seen both of them live would ever have guessed. But what it really shows is that South African cricket does have a type. And while that never really had a name before, of recent times, we have started finding a lot of these high-scoring, neutral strike rate guys who bat in the middle order. And we call them finishing anchors. When Delhi were in their chase, Miller was 12 and Stubbs was 11. Both had faced 10 deliveries. Throughout the season, it feels like these two always end up roughly at the same point, hugging a run-a-ball strike rate after scoring double figures. They do it so consistently that we feel like we could simulate that part of their innings. But this is making their chase harder. In baseball, they call this getting behind the count. By implementing this strategy, they are setting themselves up. Everything they do in the latter half of the game has to be almost perfect in order to dig themselves out of this hole. And the worst case scenario is doing this and then being dismissed shortly after. That is what happens when Miller is out for 17 from 14. When Stubbs walked in, he needed to go to a strike rate of 190 for Delhi to chase this. But after the start, Stubbs needed a strike rate of 238 to win the game. The good news is that since 2024, Stubbs strikes at 235 at the death. This was, as the cricketers say, in his wheelhouse. However, his middle over strike rate from 2024 in the IPL was 127. So in the match against Chennai, he had to better his record by a good 65 points to match that rate. At the end of the 16th over, Stubbs was 37 from 26, a strike rate of 142, which is still nearly 20 better than what he goes at normally. But even an algorithmic player like Stubbs can't do it every time. And on that day, he couldn't take it to his normal fifth gear. Delhi were bowled out for 189. Stubbs is 60 off 38, meant that his impact for that game was plus 14. The next best Delhi batter was Ashutosh with an impact of plus 3. So this was, on the face of it, a great solo effort. It was also a losing one. From 1999, Michael Bevan had a true average of 22 and a true strike rate of -7. Till 2004, he had a better true average than Jacques Kallis, Sachin Tendulkar, and Mark Waugh. And in the first innings, it was plus 13, and that jumped to 37 for the chase. Yet his true strike rates were a slight negative in both. If we look at Stubbs' entire IPL career, he has a true average of 34 and a true strike rate of 5 in the first innings. But when he's chasing, his true average rises to 43, but the striking drops to -3. Now, in successful chases, Stubbs averages 114 in the IPL with a strike rate of 136. But when they lose, it's 28 and 168. The ratio is 9 wins against 12 losses in chases. So he's been on the wrong end of chases far more than he's won them. And those have often been when he's smashing them, suggesting they were further behind. From 1999 to 2004, Bevan averaged 74 at a strike rate of 64 in 29 successful chases. Australia had a cheat code, but they were so good they didn't even have to use him, as they only needed him to bat in 29 of their 51 successful chases. However, Bevan was also in 20 losses chasing, where he averaged 40 at a strike rate of 70. Incredibly, he was not out 20 times in chases, 5 of those when Australia lost. Twice he was the last man standing. And the other 15 times, he guided them home for a win. They didn't always need him, but when they needed him, they really needed him. And there is no doubt these two players are similar, even if aesthetically it's not always easy to spot. And David Miller fits in with them as well. These are all finishing anchors. When coming in batting spots 5 to 7, Miller's first 10 balls has a negative strike rate of 23. And that sounds horrible, but Stubbs is almost twice as bad. This is part of their plan, as it was for Bevan. They are intentionally starting slow in order to set up the rest of their knock, in the belief that they can overcome that start when set. And we know this is not by accident, as in Stubbs' case, it is almost algorithmic. He is prudent and conservative at the start, then when ready, he just violently flips a switch to whack all the balls for 6. He goes from a negative 35 strike rate in the middle overs to plus 61 at the death. Tristan Stubbs adds almost 1 full run of value per ball just by batting at the end of the innings. Put it this way, MS Dhoni had a true strike rate of minus 23 in the middle overs and then plus 35 at the death. So that's half a run difference. So Tristan Stubbs makes the greatest finishing anchor in IPL history look like a normal player. He is more extreme in both phases. He starts slower than Dhoni and finishes quicker. So Stubbs has the potential to be the next step in the evolution. A finishing anchor for the impact sub era. But a player like this also needs the right support cast. Versus England in that 03 World Cup, the Aussies fell to 48 for 4 in an instant. That's when Bevan walked in. He needed to go at a strike rate of 64, which coincidentally is the exact speed he usually scored in the middle overs. However, in this game, he was 38 off 90, and Australia were 135 for 8 in 37.4 overs. That is quite the gamble. He almost entirely stopped his scoring. The human calculator became an abacus. But as players like Dhoni would also, Bevan ensured that Bickle, the Australian number 10, needed to go at roughly a run a ball to win the game. And Bevan did this in part because he knew Bickle was more than a normal tail, and his career with 9 first-class hundreds. But he was sporadic with his batting, even if Bevan knew he also wasn't a bunny. So from the 38th over to the 47th, the run rate remained between 5.3 and 5.8. There was no urgency to finish, no massive spikes. And Bevan's main skill, like Dhoni after him, was taking the emotion out of the game. For any Stubbs just brings another level of explosive hitting. Again, it's the same role, tweaked for each format and era. There's no doubt many times Bevan took games too late. The method of letting your partner score and taking the game as deep as you can often went wrong. But this style also allowed him to pull off miracles that just aren't possible for normal players. His ability to turn off his natural instincts and just have the presence of mind to stay there is beyond the numbers. And in isolation, his strike rate is nearly 20 less than the other Aussie batters. But he made over a third of their runs. Damien Martin and Andrew Simons were both dismissed for a duck. Darren Lehman made half the runs, but at a similar rate. Bevan's impact for the game was plus 66, triple that of Lehman. Like Bevan, Stubbs had to chase at what he felt was his zone. The issue, however, is that there is a big difference at going at 5.5 and over in the last 10 for an ODI, and 14 and over at the death in T20s. It's one thing for Bevan to expect Bickle to go to run a ball. It's another to expect a number 8 to go well over 2 runs a ball, especially Kuldeep Yadav, whose greatest strength is never getting out in a test match. So it was a decent effort by Stubbs, but far from perfection. Finishing anchors still work in modern cricket, but they need to be paired with faster scorers. Someone needs to be hitting 4s and 6s while they keep things in control. They give you volume, low variability in a highly volatile format, but they're also very set in their ways. It's fine to be 15 off 15 when you come in at 20 for 3 chasing 160, but not when it's 230. And Bevan had a true strike rate of -6, but Adam Gilchrist, Ricky Ponte, Lehman, Simons all had true strike rates over 5. Australia could afford a Bevan because they were the greatest ODI team perhaps we've ever seen. He was a luxury and insurance. In Stubbs' case, someone in that Delhi team needs to cancel out his -35 strike rate in the middle for that death overs hitting to get you over the line. Instead, there are 2 finishing anchors. He and Miller play an almost identical archetype. So in the end, Stubbs actually has 1 batter in his team with a true strike rate above 5. He's already a next generation Bevan, but he doesn't have a Simons-like support cast. Tristan Stubbs is a finishing anchor, but sadly for Delhi, he is not the only one. Are you as chronically online as Moses Enriquez? Then
thus far, we've got AB, Stain, Jimmy, Steve Smith, and now I feel like this is the point where it's maybe not this pick because I have a guy for this pick who I was confused about with Smudger, but it's about to get a wee bit tricky. Let's see where Shayan heads with this pick.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be tricky in the first place. We still have lots of options and lots of good quality players, but I don't. Okay, so I won. My first pick was like full good area spirit and a bowler that I've grown up loving. I think now I will go ahead with the player who I have grown up loving the most, and that is Virat Kohli. He can be in our team. We can bat him at 4 or at 5.
Who bats at 4? Steve Smith or Virat Kohli?
No, see, Smith bats at 4 in an ideal case if we pick another number 3. But I think if we don't go with another number 3, then Smith is better equipped to face the new ball and he can be your number 3 with Kohli 4 and EB 5. I think it depends on the direction we take for the wicket keeper eventually, which I have left to you guys. I have picked Virat Kohli, and so his numbers, I mean, everybody knows his numbers and everything, right? I think he was, at one point, he was the 3rd fastest to get to 25 test hundreds, and that was only behind Bradman and Sachin Tendulkar, I want to say. And then Steve Smith later on came and I think broke that record. Or his match factor in that decade was 1.53 and at a strike factor of 1.15. So he was not even like a slow batter, right? He was like counter-attacking. Some of his best knocks, if you actually remember, especially from his peak period, he was very counter-attacking. Like you look at Perth, you look at Centurion, you look at even some of the innings that he played back in Australia in 2014-15. So he would actually take on the bowlers and he would start very fast. So I think
we love the game, but we love the stories. Fans have stories. Former players have stories. Journalists have stories as well. Combox brings them all together. The game lives on. Thought you were going to host on your own, Varun, for a second. Rob's not around with us in the second half. I'm not sure if Shayan's still around. But
no idea. I think he only signed up for the first innings.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, we're here. What more does anyone need, Varun?
Also, we could see something which we've never seen, Jared. I think Sai Kishore is the impact sub for them.
Yeah, I saw him warming up before, and I was like, is that just someone being optimistic? But they had the camera on him, so I figured he might have been coming on. Rahul Tewatia 14 off 4 is the strangest innings in the IPL so far. Tell me that I'm wrong.
It would be up there.
Is there something wrong with this ball? They got a brand new ball, and everyone seems to have had an issue with it to start with. Oh, I think there's a loose thread on the ball
Already?
and rather than replacing it, they're getting scissors. Mohammad Siraj has just got the ball back, and now he's pulling the string out, which you should never do if you're a bowler. There's scissors. There's all sorts of things going on here. But that's the one lesson you learn in modern cricket is never get caught playing with the ball, Varun.
Is that technically ball tampering, Jared?
Hey?
Is that technically ball
it is.
tampering?
But that's what I mean. That's why you don't do it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a young boy with his hands in his pockets.
Oof.
Too soon? You didn't
Speaking
watch
of
the
a
end
young
of
boy,
the,
they're
Did
showing
you watch the end of the innings? I can't even
Vibhasaran Sheikh.
remember. Were you here?
Yeah, I think I caught some of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought the ball went a bit soft. In fact, I need to put that in my notes. So we're just waiting. Siraj comes here with a ball that works. And this is hit to cover. And they take a single. Yeah, I just think if I'm the bowling team and the umpire's already cut something off the ball and then there's another issue with the ball, I just think I would say, is it okay if we just get one that's not like, this is $1 billion league. These balls cost $120 each, right? Can we just have another ball that we don't need to use scissors and I need to pull out a thread on?
Yeah. So I think Shahan was saying in the first innings too, right? Like Siraj has been very good defensively this season, especially in the power play. Yeah, it feels like every power play is like 3 overs, none for 19 with him.
So this year, 54% of his deliveries in the power play have been dots. Not bad. This one's
that's
not
a
going to be a
6.
dot. This one might be a 6. As it is whacked away over deep mid wicket by Suryavanshi.
Oh, was it Rob had the bet for Rajasthan having the better first over, right?
He had 22-1 on them scoring more than 19.
Oof. It could happen. Could we see it happen, Jared?
Yeah, that was a very cramped pull shot, that one, actually.
Yeah.
Like, he made beautiful contact off it, but it was maybe slightly closer to him than he thought it was going to be.
I think with Vaibhav, like from the low sample size, but you're better off bowling fuller. There we go.
Yes, and that is a good ball. Yeah, we've talked about this. I think that might have broken his toe. I think that's an in-swinging Yorker that he might have clipped onto the toe. He's definitely... Oh, he's in a lot of pain, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think his toe's gone.
Just the way it hit, it just looked wrong to me. Let me have a look. In-swinger, back on. Oh, and it might be the ankle. He might have hit onto his ankle bone.
Yeah.
Oh, that kills. Yeah, I think he's hit it just behind his pad into the back part of his ankle there. Or even just flush on the ankle. We're just taking his shoe off now. His pain seems to have just settled down for a second. Ow.
Does he already have a plaster there?
Yeah, he might just have his ankles taped.
Yeah.
And
the magic spray, which I still don't know what it does.
It makes you think that something might work. Think about this. It takes a long time to bring the magic spray out and to shake it and to applicate it. And in that time, you're probably in less pain than you were at the start of being hit.
Yeah, his ankles are already taped up quite a bit.
Yeah, a lot of people a lot of people have that just normally. Like a lot of players get their ankles taped every game, especially people who roll their ankles a lot. Singer says it numbs the area. I mean, it doesn't numb the area. It very, very lightly like changes how you feel for a millisecond. Numbing the area would be like a needle, an injection. As someone who's had the magic spray used on him, I can tell you, didn't do anything. It's a bit like gas in it. It's like gas in air for a pregnant woman. I'm sure that there is a small impact, but certainly not enough. But again, we see the we see that very full ball causing issues to him.
Yeah, I don't know why they're showing his height though. I don't know if the height is a big factor in it. I've not checked that. But
on the Kyle Jamieson one.
Yeah.
He looks okay. He doesn't look in terrible pain at the moment. But we do have a bit of a delay. He's going to have to put his pad back on. This is where, if you're Rob Barron, betting on a wicket here is a very good thing to do. Because after a break like that, or a non-break, luckily, in this case, it's hard. Who was the kid the other day Was it his first game? What was the game where it kept raining and the game took like 14 hours to finish? Was it Thursday night's game?
Was it Lucknow? Yeah, it was Lucknow RCB.
Yeah, Lucknow
wasn't
RCB game. Who was the
Kulkarni,
guy?
yeah.
Who was the Kulkarni. When he like I was just like he had to start and stop twice, and the second time he looked terrible when he came back out.
Mm.
Here we go. So he's got a strike rate of 30 if you can get the ball full enough to him. This is probably a little bit too short, and that almost was the wicket. He just manages to get that over cover.
Good fielding there.
Well, he's hobbling a bit though, isn't he? He's certainly feeling it. Tam of the Woods says it's a tingly distraction. Yeah, as I said, a bit like gas and air if you've ever been through someone who's been dealing with pregnancy. What did you think of the chances of them chasing this? Is this just they have to smash the ball like nuts to begin with?
Yeah, I think it's one of those, like how every single one of the chase, it depends on what kind of a mood Vibhav is in, isn't it? Oh,
he's going for a big
play and
swing
miss.
there.
And there goes Rob's bet, most likely.
Yes. Well, unless suddenly Siraj bowls a Jofra Archer over from here. How would you judge Jaiswal's season?
Mid.
It's not a bad year, is it? But
he's not really done anything.
Agreed. Oh, this might be a wide.
Yeah, there was a Mumbai game where he was good, but he's still doing the power play slowdown things he seems to be doing.
Yeah, I'd be really interested talking to him about that because I'm not sure. What's his strike rate against spin in Test cricket?
Just gonna check that. I think even in the IPL for like till a couple of seasons back, it was really good. It just really slows down now.
So last ball of this over. Last one was angled across and wide. This one is short, and they get
tested 76 yard.
76 versus spin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's weird. He's kind of just decided amongst himself that he's going to pull himself back.
So in T20Is, it's 182.
How many T20Is would he have played?
I'm gonna say like 20ish. He's not played a lot because he played a lot for a bit, and then since the T20 World Cup, he's just not played anything.
Yeah, so under edge on that last one, and they've got that sort of catching deep third in, and the ball went down there. So they got 10 off that over. Rob Barron misses out on his bet there.
So last season, he had a strike rate of 126 versus spin in the IPL, and this year it's 119. And in 2024, it was 171.
We're about to find something out here. We're about to find out if all teams think that you bowl Yorkers to Suryavanshi. Because Rabada wouldn't normally bowl a Yorker on this over, would he?
Nope.
So it is Rabada's first ball. It's linked. It's up in the air. Might not matter. He might be caught anyway. He's not.
No, it's not.
Gets it over the top, and he's going to get two. So he's had two of those edges on the offside. It was full, but I don't think he was going for the Yorker. I think that felt more good lengthy. I could be wrong. Somewhere between that and a slot ball. But either way, Suryavanshi just got away with that. So he's had 3 edges so far. He's 11 off 6. Amat says, how effective is bowling? Oh, actually, as he hooks this up in the air, this should be 6.
No, that's 6.
And it goes a long way back. I'm not sure how much of that was off the middle. It was kind of an up and under, so he might have got it, but it went very high.
Yeah.
How effective is bowling in the 4 to 5 meter mark to Suryavanshi with a long off out? I don't think you really
1
want
second.
a long off, do you?
So in the last 2 seasons versus 4 to 6 meters, it's 44 of 10 balls and 54 of 13 balls.
Yeah. I just think he can hit you over mid wicket or cover if you do that. So I'm not
I
sure
just
that-
think there is very little you can do against him.
other than Yorkers and trying to break his ankle, apparently.
Pretty much,
Rabada
yeah.
in again. 2 and a 6. It's short. This is straight up in the air. I don't think there's anyone
This
going to be
might
out
be 6.
there. It's not going to be 6. Oh,
It is a
might have
6,
just carried over the line. Would have been caught if they. Well, it would have been dropped if there was someone out there.
Yep. Yeah, for some reason, I keep hearing people say he doesn't like the short balls, and I every time I look at the results, he's just smashing it. So I'm a bit confused with him.
I wonder if it. What about bounces? I think back of the
No, I
length is
mean
not too bad.
bounces.
Yeah.
No, I mean bounces. Like I think he's elite versus them.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, what is? I'm just.
Oh,
gonna
that
let
last
you
one
know.
carried a bit further than I thought. Actually, it wouldn't have been caught down.
Yeah.
Or dropped. It wouldn't have been.
So
dropped
this
on the
season
boundary.
he's 71 of 22 versus bounces.
So they're 25 without loss, without many wides being bowled either. And this one's length ball outside off stump. I think that's a much better option to him. And he plays and misses at that. What we haven't seen is a Yorker.
We have
So,
not. But like Rabada is very stubborn, isn't he?
He's,
Like he.
can you bring up that, that those maps we were looking at before? Could you bring up that for Rabada?
I can do. Do you want this season, last his whole IPL career? Which one?
Whole IPL in the power play.
The whole IPL in the power play. Where is this? Okay.
This is good ball. And to be fair, Suryavanshi just has to
Oof.
keep this out. And it dribbles out on the offside. Ayush says, bowlers been talking about ball sequencing. Do you think there's a simulator which gives them their best combo of 24 balls against specific opposition bats? I don't think we've quite got there, but the problem in cricket is that there's no way that simulator would be able to, like, so for instance, this is edge, just past slip again. You're going to get a single. I think they feel like they're in the game here. 26 without loss, but they're also like 2 overs from him almost taking the game away from them. Yeah, so the big problem with that would be, Ayush, is that the pitches play such a big part. So, man, Lancashire years ago had a Monte Carlo system that did something similar to this. England have tried things like this before. I'm sure it's been tried in the IPL once or twice as well. But the problem is once the pitch starts to change, or the ball gets soft, or the ball gets dew on it, or you realize that there's a slightly shorter angle on one side of the ground, or whatever that may be, it can go on and on and on. You eventually just get to a point where it doesn't work, these kinds of systems. So I think having them coming in makes sense.
This is Rabada in the power play.
I mean, that feels to me basically what he would do in Test cricket, right?
Pretty much. Just gonna check what he's done recently as well. Might as well.
Suryavanshi, who's faced almost all the balls except for one so far, slaps this over cover for a 4. I think what's really noticeable there is, as you said, there's not really any Yorkers, are there?
Nah, he barely.
Do you know what there is?
he's
There's
usually
almost
very
specifically no Yorkers at the stumps.
stubborn. No, the season is always fun as well, Jared. Wait, I'm just gonna pull up this season's one.
It's a bit interesting to me that he bowls as wide as he does. It doesn't feel like he quite does that too.
Yeah. This is this season. The power
It feels
play.
even shorter than normal then, yeah? So there's nothing full.
Almost nothing whatsoever.
Oh, I like this. That's fascinating.
Yeah. I feel like this is going to be a new obsession now, this graph.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's just a slight delay. So Suryavanshi, 28 of 12. Target is 230, and this is pushed into point, and they don't take a run there.
It's impressive Jaiswal has only plays 1 ball so far.
What ball was it? Was it the first ball? I
Was
don't
it the
think he's
first ball?
faced
It
a
might have
ball
been
since the
No.
first delivery. I could be wrong.
It's wild.
Yeah, he faced the first delivery, hit a single. This would do my head in. He's obviously a professional and everything else. This one is
Oh,
guided away for 4.
That's well placed.
Yeah, a couple of times.
This feels
Siraj
like a
just
slow day for him, Jared.
Yeah, it is. A couple of times Siraj just cramped him up. Well, he's also got, 3 or 4 edges, hasn't he, so far? 4 edges. That actually did play that quite well in the end. It was good bowling.
Yeah.
Did they change the field for that ball? I feel like they moved someone around. Maybe didn't have the deep third anymore. Tried to get him to hit that on the leg side. And they moved the field. That's really clever batting. Noticing that and doing that straight away. Here's the Yorker.
Oh, shot.
And he's hammered this down the ground for 4.
Good shot there.
So that long on back, and he still got away with that. It's an incredible shot. That's where he looks like Klusner with a different bat swing.
So in the last 11 years, Bumrah has bowled the most Yorkers in the power play. Sorry. 41 runs, 41 balls, and 4 wickets.
Stark would be your other one if he was still playing.
Finally, Rabada's 4th on that.
He's 4th for the most York. But is that just number of Yorkers? Yeah, because he's bowled
Number of
a lot.
Yorkers, yeah.
So this year he's just like, what if I didn't bowl any Yorkers?
None whatsoever. Yeah, 36 of 15 for him feels very like a slow day. He's anchoring today, Jared.
What's Jaiswal doing? He's on holiday. Bouncer, top edge.
This
Could
might be out.
Caught. Should
These
be
should be
caught.
out.
Is caught
It
at
is.
short fine leg.
Yep.
I'm not sure who that was coming around.
Yep.
It was a bit of a weird innings from Suryavanshi. There's a couple of beautiful shots in there.
Do you know what that ball will do, Jared? It will force all the analytics teams to just bowl bumpers to him for the rest of the season.
Yeah, but we said that, and no one's bowled, and he's only faced 2 Yorkers. We thought the Yorkers was going to be the next big plan.
Mm-hmm. No, that's what I'm saying. They'll look at that wicket and they'll be like, "Oh, he has a short ball weakness," and they'll just keep bumping him from now.
That was Arshad Khan at short fine leg. We've seen that kind of catch go down a lot this year.
Yeah. We've seen every kind of catches go down this year.
Yeah, but I think specifically it's the high one. So they were just getting up to like 47% chance to win that, and they've gone down to 35%. So it's a big drop off, 33% even. It's quite interesting. I only say that because I saw quite a few people say that's the end of the game. I'm not sure if I feel that way at the moment, but let's see how they bat from here on in. I mean, Jaiswal hasn't started his innings yet. I don't know if he's in form or not.
Dhruv Jurel is in. I feel like even Rajasthan, a bit like Gujarat, are very stubborn with the batting orders. Like the Jurel is always coming in at 3, regardless of whether it's in the power play or if it's like the 8th over.
Who would you send in at 3 if not for him on a day like today? Or is it just today?
No, today, I mean, I would send Jurel, but I mean, they will also send him in when it's like 100 for 1 and 8 overs. Then I wouldn't send Jurel.
And Sai Kishore is on the field.
Oh my God, he is here. I feel like with how much we've hyped him up, he's going to concede like 16 4 overs or like take a 5 foot. There's no in between.
He would go for all the runs.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, that ball was 147 from Siraj, the wicket-taking one.
Okay.
It's good stuff for him.
147 with tax. I find it hard to believe that Mohammad Siraj bowled 147 km/h bouncer.
To be fair, that did look very quick, Jared.
Yeah, it did. Again, I find it very hard to... If it was a full toss or a Yorker...
So this season, if we look at balls in above 10 meters, he's not gotten out to them. So this is the first time
What-
that's happened this season.
That was shorter than 10, I assume, yeah?
Yeah, I can just confirm it once it's comes through. It looked like it was shorter than 10 because it was a proper bumper.
This one is Joycewell. There's going to be a run out here. Oh, he's right at the
Oh my
wrong
God.
end. Did he even pick it
Oh,
up?
fuck.
He may not have picked the ball up.
Jesus Christ.
They were both in the middle of the pitch. It was pushed into the offside by Joycewell. He wanted the run. Juve was really late. Then Juve came down, slept. Then they were both standing next to each other until, well, they were both in the middle of the pitch next to each other, but Juve Gerald slid. And who was that? Didn't get the run out. I didn't catch who it was in the covers. And they just didn't end up throwing the ball at all. And then Joycewell has just got the
He
ball
might be
over
out.
mid-wicket on his
Ooh.
pull shot straight after, and he'll get a couple here.
Yeah. That's good. That was 12 meters, Jared, the wicket ball.
12, yeah. So let's have a look. Yeah, pushed into the offside. Joycewell takes off, then stops, then takes off, then stops. Juve Gerald's late to take off, then takes off, then stops, falls over. And they're both standing in the, well, they're both in the middle of the wicket next to each other. And the fielders didn't realize there was a run out chance and didn't go back to pick the ball up. So there was an original fumble. Who was it who made the fumble? Oh,
No, that's
this
high in
could
the air. This should be
out.
No,
Whoever-
he's out.
Whoever it is made the fumble just took the catch. I reckon it's the same fielder, if I'm not mistaken, who's coming from cover. He's gone for the pull shot there. It's gone up in the air and was caught.
The game might be done now, though. Without both Jaiswal and Vaibhav, it could be tough for them. So Singer is saying, where's Rob Barron when you need him? Yeah.
Yeah, they completely clothed that. 152 kilometers an hour with tax. And that was caught by Sindhu. It's Sindhu who missed the run out.
So Hobart
know.
Monster is saying Siraj has improved a lot. A breakout season for him. I don't know about a breakout.
He's had these years before, Hobart Monster. I can tell you that because I've seen them in the data. He had 1 year where he was just not hit off the square for RCB.
Yeah. I think for RCB, he's been quite good, though. Like, I want to say there's 3 or 4 years where his true recon is like 1 or better than 1. So he's been quite good. And then Hobart Monster is asking us, is Vaibhav Suryavanshi better than what Sachin was at 15? Ooh. What was Sachin was dominating Ranji by then, no?
It's hard to say because we didn't really see him at 15, did we? I would probably say he's a better teenager at the moment than Sachin. But Sachin had many, many more years of also doing the same thing. Like in his teen years, I should say. So we have a lot more data on Sachin at the moment, all things considered. So I don't, but at that similar age, I would say, yeah, you could make the argument. Obviously, we're pretty sure Sachin was his real age, right? And we're not quite sure if Suryavanshi is his real age. So you can make all those sorts of disclaimers as well if you wanted to.
So Ribu Ganguly is asking us, if a time machine took you 10 days back, how would you explain to the analytics guys that pretty much all the lesser likely to win teams, except for maybe ironically MI win for the next 2 weeks?
I think that I actually don't think that's that hard to explain, because when you say, how would you explain to the analytics guys? We're the guys who say that form matters more than anything else, right? And if you look at, so who are they talking about? Lucknow, CSK, KKR. Am I missing anyone else?
Oh, cool. Like, I guess
Sunrisers,
GT
I
count
suppose.
as well, don't they?
Yeah.
I
and
think GT themselves.
How much of that is just the form in a short period of time, right? Like, I mean, I think the most interesting conversation this year about any team is probably KKR. They came in with only 2 ways to win games, and about, 5 games in, they dropped one of those ways of winning, and the other one had lost form and was injured, right, in Chakravarti. And so that's what happens. Now they've got Finn Allen back in the side, and Chakravarti is back in form and fit. Sometimes it's as simple as that. And I don't think fans really accept that as a reason. But Rajasthan Royals, if you go back to the early power list, I kept saying the problem here is that all of this is coming from about 5 or 6 guys, and they're all in like S tier level form. Maybe not Jofra, but most of the others were in S tier. How good was Ravi Bishnoi at the start of the year?
How good was Jarrell himself, right?
Yeah. And Bishnoi's been dropped twice since then, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's the ball game.
Also, I can't imagine a worse entry point Mohetmaya than this one.
Who would you have put in ahead of him in this side?
Who even is playing for them? Because I don't think they have anyone who can come in now.
Can't be Ferreira, can it? So
It's a good hit.
Deja as Jarrell hits a 6.
If this was a smaller chase, I think you would send Jadeja, but you can't send him in a 230 chase, right?
Shubham Dubey?
This was the pitch they needed Luhan de Pretorius again.
Shera says, what's happened to Parag? I think it was a lower leg injury, wasn't it?
Hamstring.
Oh, was it? I thought it was calf.
Yeah.
Yeah, injured himself out and going to get fielding. This one is another 4.
Brut says, "Hi Jared, can you try to bring Ashwin on one of these watch-alongs? Also, how has 6 well-constructed bad balls in C20 theory aged in 10 years?"
No, we'll definitely be doing some stuff with Ashwin going ahead. I think during the IPL, it's just we've been basically spending all of our time fundraising for the business and trying to make sure that we're on air for the watch-alongs. We've had some big discussions with some sponsors that haven't quite worked the way that we wanted them to, although a couple have. We've got a big announcement hopefully coming soon on that. And so, getting people like Ash and AB and Dale and, anyone else, Jamie Alter and these sorts of people, it just hasn't worked the way that we've wanted it to for this season. But we'll certainly do that. And that'd be something I want to talk to Ashwin about. His basic theory makes sense. It's just, I think it was one of those things where people think things like, occasionally you can bowl a full toss and get away with it. And it's like, yeah, you can, but also full tosses still have the highest yield of any delivery.
Actually, I don't even know if they do anymore.
Code Noob says, Jared, did you make Cheyenne cry in the first innings? No. He was only ever doing the first innings, him and Rob, I think. He's fine. Sorry, why are you
I
in my
believe
office?
Cheyenne did resign.
Get out of my office.
And that's another 6.
I'll make my son cry. Oh, come here. If you're going to come. Quick, come over. Come here.
Hello.
That's Varun. Do you want me to put the headphones on so you can hear him? Or do you just want to say, hi, Varun?
Hi, Vine.
Yeah, I don't know what you said. It started with hi.
Hi, Vine.
He starts at us strong.
Varun. Say Varun.
Hi, Varen.
Oh my God, did you put snot on my microphone? Get out of my office. Only I can put snot on my microphone. Juve Jarrell looks incredible here, by the way.
Yeah, he's smashing Siddharth around.
Yeah, I don't think Cheyenne or Rob were ever supposed to do the second innings of this one.
Yeah, I think Cheyenne resigned because he was so upset with the Jared yelling at him.
If
So
that was the
Karthik Bro
case,
saying, "What's Jared's
everyone would have resigned."
That's true. What's Jared's take on the least talented IPL team this season? I think everyone decided it was Chennai.
What about Lucknow? How does Lucknow fit in?
Because
what
they have
about KKR?
Pooran, Pant, Narayan Chakravarti,
What's 2 people?
Finn Allen.
That's
Finn
3.
Allen. Well, Raghuvanchi's talented.
Yeah. It probably is Chennai. It should be Chennai.
What a shot that is again.
Oh, Jarrell is just
Fucking hell,
on
he's in
one
the
here.
mood. Big over. 22 off it.
The ball's coming onto the bat beautifully for him.
Yeah, Lucknow have the Prince. They have Mayank. They have Mosin, sorry.
Ash says, hey, Jared, I was wondering what happened to the Kim Apple show. It's just because the IPL has just been the way it's been this year, and me and Robbie have been so busy. So, we have been both working 16 hours a day on Combox and trying to podcast. We've got hopefully a bunch of podcasts due for the end of May. So there's plenty to do. So don't worry about that. And Kim Appa will be back properly at that stage.
Oops, sorry. Paint your face too. Yeah, why is her face painted?
Her face is painted almost every weekend. As this is chipped away by Hetmeyer for 4. There's a local bake sale thing, and she went to the bake sale, and there was face painting. She loves the face paint, though. She's really into it.
Fuck. So you should have said this before. We should have gotten her to say my surname.
She's actually pretty good at names. I'm a bit shocked that she... But she did.
Also, I don't think my name is a very difficult Indian name to pronounce.
Well, she has no problem with anyone
Isn't
else
she
in our
also-
team's names. She says
Isn't she also half Sri Lankan?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
odd.
you should see the names of the kids at her school. They're way tougher than yours.
Yeah.
Oh, there's almost a run-out chance here. And they're going to get an overthrow. Okay. I'm broadcasting to the world. Okay. Zachariah, you're in trouble. There you go. Have we put the theoretical limit video out yet?
It has gone out, right?
The main one?
Yeah.
I'm
It went out
lost
Thursday,
where we
right?
are. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Vibo. I didn't know it was out. That's why. Because did we do a podcast on it or not? I can't even remember.
We did the podcast for the first Apocalypse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. For those who haven't seen it, I think it's a fascinating one. It comes from a conversation I had with Freddie Wild like over a decade ago now about free hits, and I've never really managed the piece before, but I have a go at it. 25% of the innings in this IPL are 216 or equivalent of 180 strike rate in 120 balls. In the next 2 to 3 years, how much can this go up by? So we didn't put this in the piece, and we do have 2 more articles on this, but I think it was in the first one. Me and Varun were trying to work out what the actual limit of non-free hit scoring could be. This could be out. Hetmeyer to top edge. It's gone so high, it should be dropped in the IPL. It's not.
He's out.
Went for the big hoik across the line, got the top edge, and it just went very, very high, and mid-on came around to pick that up. Yeah, we tried to work this out, didn't we, of like what we think the sort of normal rate could go up by. And I don't think either of us could quite get the answer that we were happy enough to put in the piece. As Varun falls asleep mid-show.
So I was just looking at the catch. Wait, what were you saying, Jared?
So we tried to come up with how far we thought the scoring rates could continue to go up.
Yeah.
And I think we both thought, well, my memory of it is, I can't remember if we did runs per over or whatever, but I think we both thought that 180 was a pretty decent idea in the next 3 to 5 years. But it's so hard to get. This is the thing that I don't think people understand. So today, right, this is clearly a good pitch. And we can even argue that Gujarat are probably underscored by 10 or 15 runs, maybe even more than that compared to what some teams would do on this wicket, right? And yet, Rajasthan, because they're chasing it, might still be bowled out for 100. So when you're looking at scoring rates, you have to factor in that even when one team makes a lot of runs, the other team might just get bowled out for nothing trying to chase the big total. And so I think that's where people get, I don't want to say confused, but like people don't always remember the collapses in the same way they seem to remember the big scores.
That's one of the reasons we usually sometimes will just do a first innings filter, right? Oh, what a shot that is by Jadeja. First ball 6.
But even in the first innings, you get collapses too, right? Like so it does bring that down. But yeah, I think overall, what is it this year? What's the actual strike rate this year? Is it 165 or something?
That's for the top. I know that's for the top 3. I don't know about overall.
Yeah. So I think 180. If we keep the impact sub as it is, I think the impact sub rule will change. I'm not sure that means it will go away, by the way, but I think it will change. And I think if it changes, then we obviously have to do our sums again. It's an incredible shot by Jadeja first ball. I mean, fair play to them. They're all going for this.
Yeah, so it's the runs per over is 9.83. And that's 4 more.
So he's hit, what is that, 2 boundaries off the first 2 balls there?
Yeah. When the hell was the last time Jadeja was 10 off 2?
The 70s?
Hmm.
Yeah, 1.65, right? So we're about right. Is that what we said before?
Yeah, I think it was 155 for this one. Oh, sorry. Wait, I'm just looking at Jaswell.
Someone wants to know. Ruckshit, maybe? As the average scoring
Yeah,
rate
that
goes
is
up,
true.
does the standard deviation widen significantly or narrow?
That's That's independence of the average, though, isn't it? Like standard deviation would be what's the range of scores we have,
Yeah.
and then. So I think I was looking this up recently. It's slightly less than 2024 because 24 we also had the 280s and 270s, right? We haven't seen that this season, so it's slightly
We
lower,
actually,
but yeah.
weirdly enough, haven't quite, even though the overall scoring rate feels up, or is up, I should say, it doesn't actually feel like we've had as many top-end games.
Yeah.
And part of that is because the death bowling's been so good. Or should we say, no one's scoring at the death.
Yeah.
Crick Thing says, I'm part of Patreon community. Can I access the beta version of the True Stats app? So we've given it out before and it crashes every time we do. So we're not giving it out at the moment, but we are working on a proper app, and anyone in the Patreon community or who has signed up to combox.tv will get access to that. Just for testing, if nothing else.
Indeed. No, that's done.
And Hobart Monster says, better bowling duo, KG or Siraj or Booby and Hoff? I'd go Booby and Hoff.
Booby and Hoff. I don't know if they are better duo this season, but I think on potential I'd go Booby Hoff.
I think the other two run hot and cold more.
Oh.
Booby's
Because
worst
Hazelwood's
season,
not
he's still
really-
not going to go for any runs, is he?
Yeah, but I think this season Hazelwood's not been great. Right, as he's had 2
No,
great
but he's
games.
coming.
And
Hazelwood's just come back from injury, hasn't he? Eh? And whether he should be playing or not might be the bigger question there.
That's fair.
But you know, that's probably the first year we've had in the last 4 or 5 where Hazelwood has ever looked like he's not kind of on top of it. Whereas Siraj and Rabada both very up and down, you know, when compared to those sorts of guys.
Yeah, also for the run scoring thing, I'd assume next season at some point death scoring will get better because it hasn't really happened yet, right?
I don't know if I agree with that.
Like I assume it will at some point. Like,
Okay, so here's my theory, and we've talked about this before, is if teams are hitting the ball so hard at the start of the game and the balls are getting softer, I think it's hard to hit 4s and 6s at the end. But I also wonder if we aren't at a sort of a natural kind of... Yeah, I don't know. It should go up, Varun, but I don't know if it will have a big bump at the end, is maybe what I'm thinking.
that's fair. Oh.
Psychosure!
Oh my god, he's alive.
The greatest IPL bowler ever is coming on. The Avesh Khan of bowlers. That's only a joke if you've been watching all the watch-alongs. He's coming around the wicket to Jarrell. It's the end of the power play. 78 for 3. And just unplayable to begin with. What a ball. He almost bowled him. He's almost forced to run out. It's inside edge to short fine leg. They take the run. Jadeja saw it. Jarrell didn't. I'm not even saw the ball at all.
It's the...
Ooh.
What do you call that, Jared? When you bowl the finger spinner where you try to have the perfect seam?
Yeah, it's just scrambled seam, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it like the wobble ball for spinners, that one?
Yeah. I think, was it Murali or Afridi? One of those guys sort of made it popular. It might have been Min Kumble.
Yeah.
It was someone in that era that started to do it.
Nice.
I actually think it changed how people play spin quite a lot. But I suppose what happened is DRS changed spin more straight afterwards, right? So you don't kind of focus on that.
Yeah. So like I don't mind spin versus these two. In fact, I'd spam it because I don't think either of them particularly like it. They prefer pace. But do GT actually have spinners? That's the question.
Well,
They got Rashid next, right?
yep. I mean, they've got one now as he backs
Oh, good
away.
shot. Nope, single.
They need 150 off 82. They played a lot of shots, got a few runs, but also lost a few wickets. So
No, they have Sindhu as well. It is
Sindhu
actually crazy though,
Sindhu
Jared.
was listed high up the batting order. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was just a mistake. I mean, they didn't use him.
I could be wrong, but I think Sutar is a better spinner than Sindhu is from memory.
Yeah, Sindhu averages 37 in first class cricket. So clearly the plan was coming in that they were going to use him a little bit more.
So Sindhu averages 26 with the ball in first class cricket. I think Sutar is lower than that. What is it in T20 cricket? Yeah, pretty good in
Yes.
T20 cricket.
Sindhu's record is with assists outside off stump and cutaway.
Actually, no, similar average, fair.
But also 82 wickets in 34 games. So he's been at CSK for the last couple of years, right? I think that's where he was.
No, I think it was in GT last year. He was with CSK,
but
right? Both.
I think he was drafted because I've got to. Someone told me about him that they thought he might come. He might be a good player, and that because I'd written a piece about how there aren't many all-rounders, like as in legit players who could, and he was saying that he thought this kid, Nishant Sindhu, he didn't know how good a cricketer he was going to be, but he thought he was a genuine all-rounder at the lower level. I'm looking at his numbers now. I can't remember who told me that. It might have been Sri Ram, actually.
So Doc Alchemist is saying Nishant Sindhu versus Harsh Dubey. Who should play Test cricket first? I'd probably give it to Harsh Dubey.
What's Harsh Dubey's record?
Yeah, I think it's just checked. It's 133 wickets in 27 first class games. At 23.
Well, if you're Gambia, you play Sindhu first.
No, of course. Yeah, of course. I think Tanush Kotian is very
Harsh
Gambhir
Dubey
coded
hasn't
as well.
even made a first class 100 yet. What are you even talking about?
No, I think Tanush Kotian is Gambhir coded as well. So Tanush Kotian, he's taken 131 wickets in 44 first class games, average of 27, batting average of 42.5, Jared. And he's an off spinner.
Well, we don't have
Rashid's on.
Sindhu after all that conversation. We have Rashid Khan.
No, we don't. Yeah, which I think adds up.
Amarty says, Jared, did you ever watch Taskmaster when Andy Zoltzman was on it? And if you did watch it, did you continue watching Taskmaster? I watched it before Andy Zoltzman was on it. So much so that, because my kids know Andy, and they were like, and like I know, this is good ball. First delivery. Just beats maybe a slight inside edge onto the pad. And they have half a shout, but a beautiful delivery from Rashid Khan. Yeah, my kids loved that show and were absolutely obsessed with it. And I knew quite a few people who'd been on that show over the years as well. And but my kids didn't know any of those people. The only person they knew who might be on the show was Andy, right? And every year Taskmaster would come up and Andy would not be on it. And my kids were getting more and more frustrated. And eventually I messaged Andy and I said, I'm not being a dick, but like, surely you're going to be on Taskmaster, aren't you? And even he said, he was like, yeah, I don't know why I haven't been on it yet. And then I reckon within about a week of me sending that message, he sent me a message back going, don't tell anyone, but yes, I'm going to be on Taskmaster now. Yeah, so we're a bit far behind. I reckon Andy, we would have watched maybe, he's bowled him.
He's bowled him, yeah.
Jarrell gives himself room, tries to cut this, hits the top of off stump, and he's bowled. Are Rajasthan the new Punjab?
In what way?
They're kind of the whack house clown batting team, aren't they?
No, I don't think they're Vakhouse enough.
If you take Rian Parag out of this side, I do think they're quite whack house.
I think Rian Parag makes it more Vakhouse though.
He's kind of an anchor, though, isn't he? Who occasionally goes on slogging sprees.
I see.
That's the next thing that you need to work out, and we need to work out some sort of metrics for this, because I do think there are guys who just go, "I'm going to take 10 balls on and then have 5 balls off, 10 balls on, 5 balls off," right? Like over this block, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. I don't even know how we work that sort of stuff out, but there are guys who
like
do
streaks,
have...
I assume, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Because that's very different to, say, Rishabh Pant, who's like block 4. Very different to Suryavanshi, who's just swing.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably look at rolling strike rate in an innings. I'd imagine that's one. Like clusters.
Momentum says, thanks for spoiling Taskmaster. The Andy episode was years ago, guys. Like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. I haven't ruined anything. I didn't ruin it at the time. He might be coming back on it. I'm not sure. I haven't chatted to him in a bit. If we get the funding for Combox, Andy will be back. We'll have a podcast.
Oh, that's a shit ball to start with.
Gian says, don't take away from our clown batting order achievements. LSU the best at it. No, I don't mean it in that way. What I mean is, we're not talking about the quality of the batting. We're talking about the spamming of the sixes or attacking shots, really. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, he's bowled him.
He's bowled him! Another one.
Oof.
Well, Donovan Ferreira, who's, to be fair, found some pretty good form at times this year. But again, you don't want him in the 8th over, do you? And he's not.
Did he play on the wrong line there?
It's a good question. Oh, I don't know what he did. He might have tried to flick that on the leg side from off stump.
That is a...
He hit a 4 the ball before. It was a little bit short. He kind of stood up and whacked it away.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it was on off stump. And you're right. I think you're right. He played the wrong line. But also, he's trying to play that to leg as if the ball was angling into him. And I think the ball was more outside off stump, and it straightens. Anyway, it's a beautiful delivery, but you're right. It was not very well played. He's not going to want to see that a lot. 104 kilometers an hour, though. You probably shouldn't be missing that if you're an overseas batter. Having said that, Ferreira is not made for this role, so I'm not having a go at him. Dasan Shananka, I assume? No, Shubham. Shubham who's in.
Yeah. I forgot they have Shanaka as well.
Another all-rounder. I mean, he still bowls for Sri Lanka, doesn't he? Sure.
I mean, not well, I'd imagine, but he probably does.
Dustin Shanaka is such a 2010 coded T20 player. Every team wanted a Dustin Shanaka back in those days. Everyone wanted like Ravi Bopara or Luke Wright's bowling, or I'm trying to think of like other versions of that, right?
Why all of them batting like they never played spin in their lives before?
I mean, to be fair, it's looked incredibly different from the moment the spinners hit this wicket, hasn't it?
It has, but I don't think it's turning.
Because that first ball from Kishore didn't even spin, and Juvdral still hit it through his legs.
Yeah, it's not turning a lot, Jared. Even like what was this? What am I looking? Yeah, Jarrell's wicket was 1.7 degrees. Ferreira's wicket is 2.4 degrees. That's not high turn.
Shanaka is Sri Lanka's 5th bowler. I think he's their 6th bowler. He's got 46 wickets and 131 T20s. So they share it, don't they? They've got someone else who can bowl, whose name I've forgotten.
He is built for New York, though.
I mean, to be fair, if you can't bowl on that pitch,
I reckon I could get an over at New York, Jared. Without
who was it? Was it Siraj or Arshdeep who came in and clearly they either ignored the analysis or just thought it was nonsense, and they bowled really, really full. And then in the end, Shivam Dubey was unplayable on that wicket by just hitting the surface, right? Do you remember that? I can't remember who they were playing, but they went for runs at the start of one of those games in New York, and I was pissing myself.
Why do I not remember Dubey bowling ever in that tournament?
No, definitely bowled in that pitch, didn't he?
Oh, fair. I have no recollection of this though. Weird. He probably has. I trust you. I just don't remember it.
I think he bowled in that tournament, didn't he?
Could not tell you because India had 6 bowlers already, even without Dubey.
It might have just been in that ground though.
Yeah, makes sense. He probably had. He must have bowled.
There were some weird bowlers who did very well on that New York surface. Just because that's the kind of pitch it was, right? Like, you didn't, it was I can't remember who it was. There was one
He
team.
bowls 1 over versus USA and he goes for 11.
Oh, okay. Is that all he bowled in the tournament?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I take it back then. Maybe I was thinking about someone else. There was someone else who bowled, like a Shivam Dubey type seamer who wouldn't normally bowl, who did really well on that wicket from another test team. Can't remember now.
Oh, by the way, for spinners, I completely forgot Washington can bowl for them.
I thought he bowled more than 1 over in that tournament.
Do you mean Othniel Bartman?
I did not. No, he's a bowler. The one I remember the most is for Canada when Dylan Hayliger just came in and was just like he was just like, this is my pitch. If Dylan Hayliger would be the world's best bowler in T20 cricket if he could just bowl on the New York wicket. I can't remember the team. There was another team so it was India fucked up in one game by bowling way too full on it, and then other team started bowling their spinners like at the 6th over, and you're just like, what are you doing? You don't need to do this.
That was a bizarre tournament.
Yeah. Isha says, Jared, what is your favorite position to field? First slip. To pace, not to spin. Feels like this is just going to go nowhere. Are they going to get bowled out though, or are they just going to piss about?
I think they're going to piss about.
Piss about. So what's this? Is this Rashid's?
Oh, that's what.
Oh, that's why Saika Shaw hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
That ball could not have gone slower to him at the boundary, and he still somehow managed to let it go through him. Oh, God.
Darryl Mitchell doesn't play New York, though, right? Because New Zealand's in the West Indies group.
Darryl Mitchell bowls in the previous... I reckon Darryl Mitchell bowled the 20th over for New Zealand in the 2021 World Cup in one of the games.
God.
Or was it 2023 in the one day? I promise you, Darryl Mitchell has been a death bowler for New Zealand.
I don't doubt that because New Zealand will do those things.
Yeah. I can't remember where it was or when he did it.
I actually wanted us to do foot marks on punts decline.
Wouldn't it be less of an evolution and more of a devolution?
I think he's asking, how do you evolve to be shit in white ball from being one of the best white ball talents in the country?
I don't know. I used to blame Ponting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could still blame Ponting anymore.
Nah, I think sort of made the point. If Ponting technically only ruined one player, is it Ponting's fault or is it Pont's fault?
Yeah. Shreyas took a long time to be good after working with Ponting, though, yeah?
Yeah, but I don't think that was again. I don't know if that's Ponting's fault. That might be on Shreyas and the Indian system.
They're having a review on this. I thought there might have been a little bit of bat on that. Someone said, but Shreyas became good with Ponting. Yeah, I think he kind of became good.
He wasn't good with the bat.
No. Doesn't he mean puncher?
Oh, it means recently. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we're talking about though there is that was kind of already coming from KKR, and he kind of continued it. But you're not wrong. There was a bit of a boost there as well. That has hit the pad first, hasn't it?
Yeah, that is bad.
That might be out. Is that Jadeja? Yeah. This could be out. It was pretty close. It was just whether he hit it first or it was pad first.
I think it was missing. Oh no, it's turned in.
Umpire's
Call. Oh,
Yeah, it just wasn't spinning enough. It's a great delivery.
good stuff.
Rashid Khan does not agree with the DRS. I don't know if he said, but I believe the spirit of what he just said was, science is the man.
There must be something on the pitch because these guys look like they've never faced a ball of spin in their lives.
But it's not spinning that much.
Yeah, that's what I can't explain. Are they just shit versus spin?
It's a beautiful delivery, that one.
That is a good ball. Do you know, like how in the IPL, so with spinners, how there's the optimal amount of turn batters like. If it's too straight, they hate it, and if it's spinning too much, they hate it. I wonder if it's just one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fascinating one, isn't it? Of what is it? 1.5 to 3 degrees? Players don't mind
Yeah, I think
spin.
1.5 to 3.5. Yeah, because it's interesting. You'd think it should be harder to hit 3 degrees than it is 2 degrees, but on average, it isn't. Whereas with seamers, it's a linear decline.
I think though, if you get 1.5 to 3.5 degrees, there's probably an element of the ball slowing down off the surface a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to be able to do that to get the spin. And then you can play with the spin at that point. Probably once it gets to 4 degrees, it doesn't matter if it slows down because it's spinning that much, you can't play your regular shots. And if it's going straight on, what you're dealing with is the skid, right? The ball is coming on quicker than it normally would.
It's also the usualness thing, isn't it? Because the normal delivery you face from a spinner is the one that spins, whereas the fast bowler is the straight ball. So that probably plays a part as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. So are we going to see Sindhu bowl?
And I'm shocked Washington is bowling, to be honest.
What are they? They're 11th over. I would have just thought you're that far ahead in the game, and they're not playing it pretty well. Even giving him one over after a Rashid Khan over, right? Just you're not going to get better treatment than that. Then Rajasthan aren't about to try and hit a player for like 20 runs.
So wait, let's wait for the ball to be done. And he's not bowled badly here, Washi. So Gandit is saying Punch should just become a lower middle order pace basher until he can improve against spin. He's still power against pace. Yeah, I think at this point he can only be top or tail, can't he?
Yeah.
Finally, if he can become a lower order spin hitter, it might actually bring him back into India contention more than being a number 4 or number 5. It will.
Vamut says, do you guys remember Farhan Bahadian? I've never seen him bat or ball well, but he played a ton for South Africa. He dropped an important catch in 2015. He was one of those guys that they kept trying to make work, and it never quite worked. And then they stopped picking him, and he became a really good player. And they just, by that stage, they just given up. Is that a drop? Backed away, and I don't know. Still can't tell if he dropped it.
Again, I think he expected
he
it
dropped
to turn,
it.
and it's
I
not
can't tell
turning.
if he hit it.
Yeah, Jared, with that, did Jaddu expect it to turn and try to cut it, but it didn't turn?
It's a good switch.
That one turned. Yeah.
It's got picked up a 4. Yeah, so Bahadian is really interesting, and I tell you exactly. And the reason I took this comment is because Varun is going to hear this. He basically turned himself into a finishing anchor late in his career. And there was a point at time which he had, I think over 3 years. It was before the SA20, so it was whatever the previous league was called. He had at one stage an average of 150 at the death with a strike rate of 180. And I tried to get him into our side at St. Lucia because we needed another player. And we needed someone to bat down the order because we had Darren Sammy, Kyron Pollard, I'm missing someone else that we had in that position. And so we had a bunch of guys who could hit. And I was like, what if we just got a guy who could get them on strike and would not go out if they go out playing the big shot? And everyone said, are you kidding me? There's no way we're getting him. But that was because I don't think people realized how good he'd got towards the end of his career. But yeah, he got picked a lot and just never made a run. I just think he was a guy who just took a long time to become the player that he needed to become, and then when he did, it was kind of too late for him. I mean, his record's not bad. He averaged 30 with a strike rate of 97 in his era in 1 days, but he probably T20 cricket probably wasn't his thing until very late in his life. Never played a test.
What was his bowling like?
Virat Kohli.
His cricket for what was it? And that's a 6. Good hit.
Yeah, good hit.
What was his cricket for description? Is an underrated all-rounder at the international level.
I would say a non-existent all-rounder at the international level. A decent bat.
Yeah.
Probably ODIs more than anything else. I'm looking at this. Bowling, 59 games for 14 wickets, an average of 51.
Yeah, that's bad.
Who's written this profile? Firdose, come on.
And his bowled.
Another one. Rashid's on a tear here. 15 or 14 for Shubham.
Yeah, so GT will help themselves qualify. I was hoping today would be like a humdinger because it's two good teams, but it's been a dog shit game to watch.
It's really bad. I feel for Rajasthan. Like, they just needed the rest of their players to be average for the rest of the year to make it, right?
Yeah. So if GT win, they'll be first or second, they'll be second most likely, yeah. That's pretty
Crazy.
good. Yeah. Although it's not sorted by win percentage.
I do, true. But they will also go into the positive on net run rate.
Yeah. By a decent amount, it looks like. If
Hobart once said, any which way I can access true averages of strike rates. As we said, we have given it out several times this year, and it has crashed it every single time. We just can't give it out anymore.
Streamlit cannot handle it.
Yeah, we are working on an app, a proper app that will come out that will be much more robust. But there's no point us giving it to you guys. Literally, within 10 minutes of us giving it out, it just dies again.
Yeah.
We'd love to give it out. We want people to use it. But at the moment, we're not there.
So Amartya
so weird to see
asking-
Dustin Shanaka come out at number 8 as a specialist batter.
Oh, I forgot he's. Yeah, this is.
Amartya
their
says
batting just
CSK
keeps
can now
going.
qualify. That would be fun.
So can CSK now qualify?
Hey?
No, she's asking, can they qualify, right?
Oh, I thought it said they can.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, CSK have what, 2 Lucknow games, 1 Sunrisers game, 1 GC game. So
Yeah.
What's the max? They could max get to 9 wins, which if they win 4 in a row, that is.
Where's my points table?
Mm.
Where are we here? So GT have 12 points. Oh, is this updated? Yeah, so they go to equal first, and they'll be behind Sunrisers on net run rate, so they'll have 14 points. They play.
Bloody hell, he's a dahad.
Yes.
When will you be done?
When the game finishes?
When?
Half an hour, 40 minutes. Why?
Me and Clem are playing table tennis.
Oh, good. Good luck. I hope you beat her.
No, she went to that one playing and throwing the racket.
Well, if she throws the racket, she's not allowed to play anymore. That's how it works. Until she can make money and buy her own table tennis rackets. So yeah, so they'll be 14 points. So CSK, KKR, they can both technically still qualify. What I like about CSK is that they have a positive net run rate at the moment. But the problem is they kind of need 2 more. They need Gujarat to start losing, don't they? and they
No,
need.
technically, their fate is in their own hands, isn't it? We're not at the you need X to lose against Y situation yet. For example,
No,
Mumbai or Lucknow
no,
or Delhi
because
need that.
Gujarat will have 7 wins after this, man.
No. That's what I'm saying, Jared. So CSK is 5-5 after 10, right?
Yeah.
They can still win all 4 and qualify. That's what I'm saying. We're not
Oh,
at
yeah.
the they need things to go in their favor. Stage
No,
yet.
but if that would mean they would win 9 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. RCB should win 9 games. Punjab should win 9 games. Sunrisers should win 10 games, and GT should win 9 games. So that math doesn't work.
No.
Even if they win all 4, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why they need one of those teams to continue to. They need Punjab to continue to lose, right? Or
Yeah, fair.
RCB to
Yes, yeah,
continue
fair.
to lose.
So SRH and GT's fate is in their own hands. So if they win like, both of them, both of them can't go to their max points, right?
Yeah. So the next game is Sunrisers GT, which basically means if Sunrisers win that, they're guaranteed.
Yeah, they'll probably be qualified.
Yeah, it'd be hard for them not to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
And if Gujarat win their next game, they are still not really guaranteed, but they give themselves a good chance. And then they've got KKR and CSK coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. RCB are probably in the best position because their next 2 games are Mumbai and KKR. So on recent form, they may not beat those teams, but they should beat those teams, right?
Yeah.
And
I need Punjab and RCB to lose the next games because I was looking this up. If Punjab lose the next 2 games and RCB lose the next 2 games, one of them it would basically be a knockout between the both of them. Code Noob is asking, are you a net positive or net negative father? What's your true parenthood strike rate?
Well, one of my sons keeps coming in and telling me to tell off all the other kids, and I'm like, what are you going to do? Send them in here and I'll tell them off on screen? So
what's your true insults per ball ratio?
Yeah. No, if she throws a table tennis bat, she doesn't get to play with table tennis. That's my ratio.
Where she throws the table tennis bat?
That's what she was getting told off for, and she was crying. Just don't throw the table tennis bat.
Why would you pull holder now when spin is working well?
And you've got a right-hander out there now, so you don't have to worry about the left arm thing, which I wouldn't have worried about. Surely this is the time when you get Sindhu in, right?
Yeah, like I don't get Gill. This is again one of those things people will slag boffins off, but you should be bowling left arm finger spin now. So Hobart Monster is asking, what happens to Gill the batter in T20 as he does not play for India?
Yeah, I wouldn't have him as part of my plans going ahead.
He wasn't in a second 11, right? When we did ours?
I don't think so, no.
I mean, we didn't have Jaiswal either, to be fair.
No, and both of them would open for a lot of other teams. It's just India's got a lot of options, right?
So which 11 is Gill opening in? Third?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Who are our openers?
We had Arya and Vaibhav.
Yeah, I would probably still have Gill ahead of Prabh Simran.
Yeah, fair. Would you have Sai ahead of Prabh?
Not if I already had Gill on the side.
Yeah. I think you have to open with Prabh at one of these levels because it gives you balance, doesn't it? Gives you options to play with the keepers. Oh yeah, KL Rahul's a good shot. He's been in ridiculous form. He might have a case to be in the third 11 too, you know.
I suppose it depends. Yeah, no, I could say that.
Unknown nobody. I'd take Karan Gill ahead of Karan Jaiswal in T20 cricket.
I'm still confused by Jaiswal. At least I know what Gill is, and I like the fact he's up his strike rate.
I think Gill has a method which he knows he spams. Jaiswal, I don't know what he's doing, right?
funny, actually. They're not that far behind the RAJ.
Was Jaddu was 10 off 2, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's definitely gone back to being himself since then, hasn't he?
Yeah. I think this is definitely an advantage Gill has. Gill can bat at 3 or 4. I don't think Jaiswal can.
No, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I am, yes. I'm from Hyderabad.
But Sunrise is not your team.
Nah. I'm Dhoni pilled, unfortunately.
You're basically like a Man City or Man United fan, aren't you?
No, I think what is my teams? My teams would be CSK, RCB, and then SRH in that order.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone could grow up with the song "Go the Chargers, Go the Chargers, Go, 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 Go," and not support that team. And you didn't even know who Ryan Harris played for them before.
No, I know you played for them. I was just confused with what you said about him winning with
Won
the
the
bat.
game with the bat.
Oh, wow.
I remember that because it was one of the few times he ever made runs, and he's one of the cricketers who changed my thinking on all this, because my whole life I was told Ryan Harris was an all-rounder, right? And a bit like how Fadosh just wrote Bahadian down. It's like, and then you look at the numbers, you're like, well, you're not an all-rounder if you take 14 wickets in 59 games.
And it's a 6.
So Ryan Harris, let's have a look at his figures with the bat. He ended up averaging 21 in Test cricket, so I'll give him that. But he averaged 20 in first-class cricket, 12 in List A, and 10 in T20s at a strike rate of 103.
Oh, that's scout.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It feels like he's going to get a wicket every ball.
Yeah.
Are they reviewing that?
So Prashant is asking my favorite junior NTR movie. That would be Adurs.
We're just getting a review on that one as well.
Yeah. So what is this? Hobart Monster is saying, I guess 2010s would have suited Gill's play style. Yeah, no, it's not even his issues and his playing style. It's just that India has so many talented openers.
Yeah.
Like not even 2010s, like 3 years ago, he'd be opening every game for India.
Gill would be opening for most other teams in the world. Jaiswal would be opening for most other teams in the world. KL Rahul would be playing for most teams in the world. Have they reviewed this on Hope? This looks really straight to me. Definitely didn't hit it.
Yeah, so Ganded, me hating finishing anchors is a very recent development. As I said, I used to be very anchor-pilled in my younger days. Not everyone is proud of their past. Let's just go with that.
I have ruined Varun forever.
Yeah, I blame you. Yeah, like you hate finishing anchors and you're a big Dhoni fan too, aren't you?
Yeah, but I think I'm probably more of a Dhoni overall. I think probably his limited overs batting. God, that is hitting middle stump halfway up. What a review. I think for me, the Dhoni thing is more about the overall package. The captaincy, the keeping, being a test player as well. I don't know if I was ever a big fan of kind of watching him bat in T20 cricket or one-day cricket.
Because even Himanish is a Dhoni fan, or at least he used to be, and even he's critical of him. If there must be some pattern with analysts and loving Dhoni but being critical of him at the same time.
Yeah, there's a thing in in American sports they call some players analytics darlings, right? So with Luke Ronke's an analytics darling. And the reason we like him is because he was playing the game in the way that we wanted it played well ahead of when it was being played that way, right?
Who else would Prab Simran back in the day?
Yeah, or Yusuf Pathan would be another one. Shahid Afridi would be another one, right? There are all these sort of random players who had the ability to be able to do that. And I think once you get into the numbers, you start to notice those sorts of patterns. And so you're almost drawn to those kinds of freakier players. And I think from my perspective, it's also it's also like I like outliers and weirder players in general.
Yeah. What was it? So Chirag is saying it's unfair to look at Dhoni's career with modern lens. Till 2012,
literally all we do
Serenatovic-
on good areas
Yeah.
is
What was
this. It's nonsense.
Till 2016, his strike rate versus spin in T20s was 87 or 91. One of them.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
wasn't
remember
good for
which
that
one it
era
is.
anyway.
I don't care which. You could be playing. You have to be playing on the Sahara Desert with every single pitch dug up for that to be good strike rate versus spin. It's not like
also
good strike
worth
rate versus spin in
saying-
New York, Jared.
Yeah, it's also worth saying that I was questioning Dhoni's methods a long time before I had any advanced stats to be able to back me up. And you can go back and find that, like, just from the perspective of, is it a plan that makes him look better than it does them win games, right? Is it a plan that puts a lot of pressure on the players at the other end? All these sorts of things. I was doing that in real time, Chirag. So, but we look at every player, right? Like, and sometimes we will say, as we have with people like Andrew Simons before, sometimes it was not their fault that they played the way they did. They were forced into that role. Rohit in ODIs, another really good example of someone like that, right? But at the end of the day, they did play that way. And so we're looking at it from that perspective.
Yeah. Plus, I think with chasing, like, what was it? Virat's method of chasing is far superior to what Dhoni or Bevan are doing anyway.
Yeah. Which we
Right,
kind of
that
talked
shouldn't
about
be
on
a
the
debate.
last show, didn't we? About, Chris Gale being a great chaser and no one noticing.
Yeah. So Bethel and Devdutt strike great versus spin. Devdutt has actually been terrible versus spin this season. Oh. Yeah, remember Jared, he's one of those people that doesn't like the ball spinning in.
Yes, we found that out for the Punjab piece, right?
Yeah, the Prabaria piece.
Yeah. They got 2 slips in place. They go for the kill.
Oh my god. This is very un-Shubman Gill like. Has Jacob Bethel actually played a lot of spin this season? That's what I'm wondering.
He's barely lasted past the 3rd over, has he? Do we know when
He
Phil
has
Salt is
not.
due back? I thought he was.
So this season, Devdutt's averaging 18 at a record of 142 versus spin. And I don't believe Bethel has played any spin.
Bethel's it's been bizarre how quickly he's been out in all these games.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things where I would almost say he's not, I don't know. Like, sometimes you're like, oh, he's in form or he's not in form, but he's going out or he's not going out. I don't know if he's faced enough balls to make a good, like guess
It's like
on
the
his
Abhishek
form.
in the T20 World Cup thing, right?
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure I could say he's in or out of form at the moment. It's Greg Chappell, right?
And
Oh,
that's the
Joffrey
fault.
gets a little 4-off holder here.
So
You got to
Andy's
bowl
saying,
Sindhu
since
now, don't you? Anyway.
you have to, yeah. So since we agree CSK have the least talent, why do you think they punched above the weight? Sant, Ellis, Matre, Khalil, Ghosh, and Dubey/Brevis out of form? It's an interesting question.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a great answer for that.
I mean,
I think
Sanju
they're as
Samson's
bad
had a
as everyone else
ridiculous
does.
season.
I just think that they're.
Mhm.
I would probably put it in a different way. I would say that they're just early. Like, I think
I think
talent
they're-
is fine with them. They're just not quite at that level to get the most out of it at the moment.
I think they're distinctly mediocre. Is the best way I would put it.
Let's have a look here.
So Sanju's had a great season where I think every time he's done well, CSK have won. They
Yeah,
bowled
that
well.
helps.
Kamboj has stepped up big time for them.
Oh, I can tell you
think
why they've
he's-
done well. It's
yeah.
basically their bowling, isn't it? They've got, what,
Yeah.
6 guys averaging under 30 with the ball, none of which have gone for
Yeah.
any runs.
Yep.
After a pretty bad start to the season, I would have said, with the ball.
Mm.
So yeah, if this is the thing, it's a bit like what we were saying with KKR before. KKR have won a couple of games on the back of 2 things: Finn Allen and Chakravarti and Narayan coming together. So for CSK, if you can get 3. I'd say Samson's maybe won 3 games with the bat. Does that sound right? 2 games?
I think it's
Certainly
4.
the 2.
No?
Oh no, did they
No,
lose
it's
one
you
of the
3,
ones he
yeah.
made 100?
I think no, they won both of them.
Yeah. So he's won 2 or 3
Yeah.
games on his own, and then you put that together with a bowling attack. Oh, he says.
Oh wow, is that? Oh my god.
Did that hit him in the face?
They missed the run out.
Yeah, but did the ball hit
Bloody hell.
Rashid in the face after it?
Oh, that's bad. Did they
They've
even
missed
go
some-
to Russia? I thought they went to Sai Kishore. Oh, it did. I think he's holding his chin.
So okay, so
Oh yeah,
Holden
kill has
comes
been
in,
good for them.
It,
Oh, we can't
it
forget
hits
Jamie.
Jofra. It hits Jofra. Jofra thinks he's going to get bowled, so he's looking at the stumps. And then the ball goes to the other end, and oh my God. And Rashid just falls over when he's catching it. And when he falls over, he then punches the ball back into his own face.
Yeah, well, we also had Jamie, Prime, Imran Khan, Overton doing well for them.
Yeah, heaps of people, right?
Yeah.
Overton's been good, but Akil, Kambodge, Mukesh Chowdhury's bowled well when he's been around. Noor
Yeah.
Ahmed started to bowl really well. You know,
Gujarat needs been good.
hilariously, the 2 that haven't worked are Henry and Khalil
was that a
Ahmed.
wicket?
Oh, sorry. Let's have a look.
Wicket
That was a little
ball.
top edge.
Yep,
I just thought it was a dot ball through the keeper.
Same.
Because Butler didn't make any reaction to it.
Yeah.
By the way, Rashid Khan is still holding his chin. Yeah, it was a short ball. He just went for the hook shot and got a little edge. And Butler just was not interested at all.
So Tamada was saying hat-trick in the county champ this evening. Rue was the first of them. Somerset moved him to open to impress England, and he's got 4+0 on a 300 pitch.
I don't think he's going to open anyway, is he? I think
Is he
if
a
they're
3?
going to... Yeah, well, I think they'll go with Emilio Gay if they want an opener, would be my assumption.
That's
that was
providing they get rid of Crawley, right?
I think Crawley's done.
Oh, it's done? Finally.
That's what I'm hearing anyway, yeah. Yeah, so I think if they're going to open, but I understand it. This is not having a go at Somerset, but that's kind of what you have to do, right? You have to try to get them into a position where you, where they're a better chance of playing for England. Like I'm not against that, but yeah, it hasn't worked. Whereas Emilio Gay averages about 40 opening the bat. I know he's batted first drop a bit as well.
Yeah. So Hobart Monster is saying Jared, have you seen Cox? Is he better than Bethel?
Better than Bethel. No, I don't think he's better. The one difference is I've seen a fair bit of Cox, and I would say that he knows. I've seen mine. I've seen Varun's. No, I would say that he knows who he is as a T20 player. He's played a lot of T20 cricket, and he kind of understands what he needs to do. And I would assume, let me see if I can find this. I would assume as well that he's pretty flexible and has multiple.
Jordan Cox. Have you seen his Jordan Cox's 100 record?
What is it?
So it's his strike rates were 143.6 in 2022, 143.6 in 2023, 143.6 in 2024, 174 in 2025. Remarkable.
So Jordan Cox has batted. He's opened. He's batted number 3 about 60 times. He's batted number 4 about 40 times. He's batted 5 at 6 another 40 times combined. He's very flexible, and so you can basically put him anywhere in the lineup. And because he's played so much cricket, he kind of and he seems to be this kind of cricketer. He just kind of knows what his role is in each spot. Does that make sense? Right? Whereas with Bethel actually hasn't played that much cricket, right? And so when you watch Bethel, like I don't even know what Bethel's best spot is in T20 cricket. Do you?
But nah. Yeah, I don't think they're very confused with how to use him because
It reminds me of Cameron Green, right? Where you're just like, obviously he's talented, but where do you put him in the lineup?
No, because I don't even know if Bethel's good or bad versus spin because he hasn't played any.
So here's Bethel's record for you, right? So far, He has played 100 games, so nowhere near as many as Cox, even though they're similar ages. I think Cox is a little bit older than him, right? He's opened now. He's now opened about 20 times, where he averages 12.
Oof.
Right? So let's just say for the meantime, we don't think Jacob Bethel's an opener, right? Made a couple of runs at times, but not an opener, right? First drop, he averages 18.
Okay.
Right? So again, this is from 16 games. So it's about the same sample size. He's batted at number 23. He's batted at number 5 23 times, where he has made runs. I would guess, if you wanted me to push it, he should be batting at 4 or 5. And he's not been terrible when he's batted at 6. But everyone keeps batting him up the order. And this reminds me of what used to happen with Cameron Green, where Cameron Green had like a spot where he could bat in limited overs cricket, and he never batted there. They batted him everywhere else. So I don't know if we know that much about him at the moment. But if you're asking me who's more talented, Bethels is more talented. But I think Jordan is just a player who knows his game.
So I was just looking at Bethel's numbers starting versus pace and spin. So in his first 10 balls against pace, he averages 19 at a strike rate of 113.
Okay.
And against spin, it's 29, 138.
I just think, as this one is hit over the top and almost kills someone out on the boundary for 4 over long off by Shanaka, muscled that one. I just think he, in T20 cricket and one-day cricket, is much better at starting when the field's out. I don't think it's about pace or spin. I think it is more to do with he knows how to knock it around and he's a good runner and he gets himself into his innings and then he can start hit balls after that.
I can check that too. 1 second.
But yeah, that's kind of how I see the difference between them.
Yeah, same pattern, Jared. Even I was just checking when his first 10 balls outside the power play. The record's very similar when starting pace and spin. Yeah.
So then if he starts outside the power play, he's more likely to play spin when he starts. So. Absam says, your future Fab Four. Okay, so here's the most important thing that you need to know. The Fab Four was a fluke, and we've almost never had anything like it ever before.
What is it? They must have debuted within 2 years of each other?
They're all
And
born within
dominate
like 2.5 years of each other, aren't
cricket,
they?
yeah. Born and debuted, isn't it?
Yeah. And so I don't think we've ever had 4 players who've done that before with similar records over at the same similar time.
What about Callis, Ponting, and Dravid?
I would have thought Ponting is a lot younger than Callis and Dravid.
No idea. I can let
Callis
you know.
was playing in 94, wasn't he? And he was, 2021? Ponting would have been
Ponting was 21 and 95 as well.
Oh, okay. I thought he was younger than that at that stage.
So Ponting's 51 now. Rahul Dravid's 53. And then Jack Callis would be something. Jack Callis 50. Ooh. And yeah, all of them debuted 95-ish.
Okay, so here's the first thing I would say. Were they the 3 best batters of their era?
They'd be up there, no? Ponting
What about
would be
Lara
close.
and Tendulkar and Steve Waugh all overlap with those guys?
Isn't that before their era?
What? Well, Lara kept playing until 2005 and 6.
No,
Tendulkar
I
played
mean,
until
don't they?
2010.
Yeah, but is by that
So
logic,
in order
wouldn't
for
you
it to be
say
the
when
Fab
they
Four, don't
started-
you have to be the best 4 batters and the same age group and then dominate the next era together? They
Yeah,
didn't.
but I don't think it has to be 4 best batters right away, right?
No. But when were those batters you just said the best 4 batters in the world, the best 3 batters in the world, right? Like at
Let's
the
say
same
98,
time.
99 onwards.
But Lara's still there and Tendulkar's still there, and both of them are better than any of the guys you just mentioned.
Yeah, fair.
Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The Fab. If you break down the Fab Four, it's incredible that we ended up with it. That's why people kept saying we need to put, Babar Azam in this, and I was like, no, he's not even on the same age curve.
Rohit Sharma in this.
Like there is no, and when people say what's the next Fab Four, it's the same thing. It's actually really, really random what happened. I mean, I'm sure if you went through statistically, I'm trying to think of one. Is this
Oh,
is
that's
right
high
up
in
in
the
the
air.
air? And cool.
And he's up.
Mid off.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I think if you look at it, I just don't think we've seen something like this before. Happy to be wrong, guys, but I can't think of another situation where we had those players. I think Lara and Sachin being so close in age is actually freaky. Even that doesn't always happen that much. To have your two best players in the world of a similar age. So I'm trying to think of Hammond and Bradman and Sutcliffe all would have been pretty different ages, I would have thought off the top of my head. Headley and Bradman might have been similar. But then Hammond would have been out of that curve. Harvey, May, that whole generation. Sobers are all different ages. Yeah, I can't think of another time in history when it's happened. Because
so people are saying Brooke, Gill, and Jaiswal.
Brooke, Gill, and Jaiswal. Yeah, but okay. So let's say they're the Fab Three, right? And Suryavanshi is Suryavanshi. It's already fucked up. That's what I'm saying. It's so hard to have that kind of thing happen. And then you're also forgetting that there's going to be, let's say, I'm trying to think, Markram. Let's say Markram just goes on a tear in Test cricket finally for the next 5 years. Another run-out chance. What's that? Their fourth run-out chance they've missed in this, like, pretty...
Yeah, feels about
simple.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's say, Markram goes on a tear, right? Like, I'm not using Markram specifically, but let's say an older player suddenly goes on, or Marnus comes back to form, or Daryl Mitchell is the best batter in the world for a couple of years. Again, that fucks up the pattern, right? The pattern here was so brilliant because AB was the only one who was kind of toying with it, right?
Yeah.
And once he stops playing test matches, this could be out. And they all reached the peak at the same time.
God. Yeah. And this would boost the net run rate quite a bit.
Yeah. Doc says, what about the 4 all-rounders of the 80s? Yeah, so that's another perfect example of how rare that was. Again, we've never had anything like that outside of that one period of time where we had those 4 all-rounders. I don't think we've... Because Miller and Sobers don't overlap. I mean, they overlap, but not really. Yeah, we don't have any other period where that happened. So, yeah, it's such a weird period of time where we're like, what if we had all the all-rounders at one time?
Yeah, Murli, Vaughan, and Kumble is a good shot.
Yeah, so bowlers is a little bit different. I think we have had similar, because in bowlers, we've also had Wackar and Wazim and Kirtley and Courtney and Warren and McGrath.
Sean Pollock.
All completely overlap with each other, right? There's actually been in bowling, it happens a lot more, and I don't know what the difference is. Anyway, that's the game. Gujarat Titans win by 77 runs. The points table is far more fun than we thought it would be. Do you still think Rajasthan are a genuine chance to make the playoffs, or do you think the steam has gone off their hard ball?
I think I don't know about genuine, but they're a chance to make the playoffs.
Well, obviously they're a chance. That wasn't my question. Do you think they're a genuine chance? Would you be surprised if they made the playoffs now, or would you be like, oh no, I can still see them getting there?
I think I can still see them getting there, but they are not automatic for me now.
Yeah. And do you think Gujarat is a genuine second chance team?
Do you mean like the top 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not getting the vibes from them for some reason.
Yeah, me either.
They probably could be, but
I think I pretty much agree with what you said there. I think that Rajasthan's form was so good at the start of the year and has been so bad in the middle that they still have enough time to go on a bit of a run. So I don't see them being done this year. And I like Gujarat, but I also don't think Gujarat's playing so good that I think they are dead set certainty to finish in the top 2 at the moment. Having said that, I'm not sure who the other team is going to be in the top 2.
Because Bangalore and Punjab look flawed as well now.
Exactly. Like Punjab, I've been saying always, I could see their flaws. RCB, I was like, I still kind of believe in them. Now I'm like, maybe they're just both flawed. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Somehow Sunrise is at the top of the table, which is crazy.
yeah, exactly. And if they lose the Gujarat in the next game, what on earth is this league this year? Hey, it would be crazy if that happens. Anyway,
Yeah.
that is the end of the watch along today. We're not doing a podcast today. We'll do a podcast after tomorrow's games, but we will be back for both of those games tomorrow here on combox.tv. Remember, I know we've had lots of people talk about, you know, the app and the true stats and everything. We are building all that behind the scenes. This is the watch along is just at the moment just keeping us ticking over. But there's a lot more coming when it comes to Combox. If you go to combox.tv, you can sign up there and you'll be the first to find out about what on earth we are doing. But big thanks to Cheyenne, Rob, Varun. I think that's all. And myself, obviously, for being on here today. And we will see you again tomorrow on Combox. Combox. The game lives on.